Hello, 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 darling viewers. It's ya boy, Chris the Absolute DM, with an exciting Elder Vale campaign diary. How y'all doing today? I hope y'all are doing fantastic. Five Cat said, we need a fancier D&D intro. Well, how is that for fancy? Asking you shall receive. I deliver. Chris the Absolute Legend always delivers. Whee! Boing, 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 boing. There you go. That's your fancy intro now. Tired Boy says, no clue what's happening, but I decided to come in and see what the Elder Vale stuff is all about. Well, welcome to an Elder Vale stream. Elder Vale is my D&D campaign that I've been doing diaries for. I'm telling you guys how the campaign's going. And this is an exciting one. Like I said, HOGFEST is here. We have been preparing for it for so long, and the time has finally come. Your boy's been hard at work, writing down complete, thorough notes of the entire session. I record the whole thing, as you guys know, for my personal note-taking. I've been typing in notes from that to tell you guys. I'm telling you guys the whole shebang today, all right? Usually with these campaign diaries, I try and skim through them, make it very concise, you know, but not today. We're going through the whole dang thing. I'm going to show you guys every little bit. We're still going to try and go fast and smooth, but you guys can hear everything that went on during the session. And it's going to be great. It's going to be a longer diary, so strap yourselves in, guys. I'm going to try and move fast, but it's gonna be densely packed, and it might go on for a little while because a lot happened. But it's great to have you here, Jim. Stout Shaco, you are my darlings, of course. Every one of you is a darling. Glad you made it, Stout Shaco. It ain't a campaign diary stream without Stout Shaco around. There's lots of characters that have appeared in this HOGFEST session that you might be interested in. Great to see you, Create a Hate, Jim, CPR. But yeah. Elder Vale is my campaign that I am building with you guys. You all help in chat, supply characters and settings. I'm proud to say that I've come up with my own characters that are in this campaign. There's like 3. Everything else is made up by chat, basically. Like, you know, aside from like nobodies in the background, obviously. But like, it's got lots of contributions from you guys, and so now these campaign diaries are a chance for you guys to see how your content is doing, how the players like it, and boy oh boy, the players loved HOGFEST, and I hope you do as well. We'll jump in just a couple minutes. We'll give people a couple more minutes to show up, and I'll recap a little bit as to how the campaign's been going so far, and then we'll jump into the actual diary in just a few minutes here. But it's great to have you guys once again. Love each and every one of you. Glad you're here. If you want any quick questions about the setting or just general D&D stuff, you can ask now. But after these streams, I usually have to do like Q&A and tips and discussions and stuff for a few minutes, so we'll have that going probably later as well. It's gonna be a long stream. It's gonna be good. Go get that popcorn and blankie, Create a Hate. Hell yeah. A little bit of poop is there. It's alright, guys. Refresh. You should get over it in just a second. Medical Beam says, I had to dip halfway through the last stream, couldn't ask the question, so I'll hold off to the end. If you want to ask real quick, Medical Beam, I don't mind dipping into it now, but if it's a longer topic, maybe we'll pin it for later. I really was excited to hear your question, so I was like, oh no, they dipped. But I'm glad you still remember the question, because I want you to ask it, because I want to answer. I love questions. 27-year-old boomer, yeah, that's me, honestly, truly. HOGFEST was an idea that Five Cats had, maybe. I can't remember who specifically came up with HOGFEST. It might have been you, Five Cats. It might have been a group thing. But the town of Hogwood is the first town that our players arrived in the Elder Vale, which is the setting of the campaign, and you know the titular valley called the Elder Vale that has been sealed off from the rest of the world. The party came in and got to Hogwood. Hogwood is under evil manipulation control of our big bad evil guy Netherin Daz. But the party came at an opportune time because the big annual Hog Festival, aka HOGFEST, was about to start. And poor Moira McAllen, advisor to Mayor Everard III, is the head coordinator of HOGFEST, and she's been having a hard time. So the party's been helping people in Hogwood prepare for the festival. They've been doing lots of skill checks to help people get food, decorations ready, help the events, help the finances, all that good stuff. The party's been putting in hard work to help prepare HOGFEST, and it all pays off in this session. The party has also been seeing some spooky stuff that Nether and Daz has done around town. The sigils, the scrying glyphs, they've been taking care of those a little bit. Might see some stuff happening about that later. But the big sort of climax to the Hogwood arc is HOGFEST, and that's what's going to be. So this is kind of like the season 1 finale of the session, or of the campaign, so to speak. The first, like, chapter finale. You guys can think of it that way. Or it's about to be, at least. Like, part 1 of the finale, so it's going to be good shit. Let's see, Medical Beam says, I have an idea for making NPCs. Are we allowed to make leads for other scrying runes using NPCs we submit? That's a great question. Well, every faction, or sorry, every town, every location in the Elder Vale is being scryed on or spied on by these evil, glyphs, these scrying runes. Those also manipulate the people's emotions as well. It can be deduced. So, part of the player character, the party's quest is going to be taking out these runes along the way to, try to reverse Nether and Daz's influence. So, I'm inclined to say yeah. If you have an NPC idea that you want to submit to the NPC submission document, which I think should be in the description below, along with the campaign document. It's not. Let me add it. Give me 1 second, guys, to add the NPC creation form into the description. And you should be able to refresh and get that link if you don't have it already. It's also up on the Discord in the pinned comments, I think. So, or pinned thingy. There we go. If you refresh your page, you should see the description a link to the NPC creation doc, or the NPC creation form, I should say. That lets you create your own characters for this campaign that'll appear later on. If I really like them, if they're really grounded, down to earth, realistic, and interesting, I might make them a major sort of quest NPC. If they're kind of wacky, silly, not so serious, not so detailed, they can probably show up as like a background character that'll appear and talk to the party for a little bit, that kind of thing. But yes, if you have an important NPC idea in mind, or if you already submitted an NPC and you want to come back to me and say, hey, by the way, Chris, can that person know about one of the glyphs of scrying? Then yeah, let me know, and we'll figure it out. Each settlement will probably have like 3 or 4 runes, maybe 5 in the bigger ones. So if your character knows where one of them is, and maybe your character is not too keen to give that information out freely, maybe it's an exchange for a little mini quest, or a price, or a trade, or a favor. It's a cool idea for a little mini quest, a little side quest. In return for where this sigil is, you help me, party. Good idea for that as well. Permission to submit NPCs with outlandish names. It depends on how outlandish they are. This campaign is fairly serious in tone with its like character, nothing too jokey. We had a character a while back submitted called Ball Scrubber, and I'm like, no, you can't do Ball Scrubber. So keep the names somewhat down to earth, but if they have like a nickname or something, you can maybe throw that in there. If it's a gnome, of course, gnomes have kind of like funnier names. So like, you do that. So keep it relatively grounded. But it depends. 5Cat says, hey, if you like questions, what do you think of my newest NPC? He's definitely one of the weakest of my bunch, but I just hope that he wasn't too similar to Julia. I like him, and he's very important in the grand scheme of the campaign because we're not going to discuss spoilers here, but the character you submitted knows some things that are buried away, hidden away in the Vale. He maybe knows where some of those are. So we'll talk about that in the next campaign creation stream, probably. And we'll work on. He needs work. He needs work on his backstory and sort of his like his place in the Vale, what he does. He's got some personality quirks that you added, which are great. But we should develop him more as a group, perhaps, because it's a good starting point for sure. Yeah, medical meme. Probably not that. Honestly, Quamulus Kringleton is probably an okay gnome name, honestly. Just not the Cornholio part. The first and last name are probably good, though, actually. Especially, like, for a gnome. Because that's, like, a kind of a... Because we have Dimple Flutterfoot as the gnome comedian, you know? But anyway. Anyway, let's get started, guys. The homie bumbled. That's probably... Yeah, it's probably not gonna work either. So, we'll get into it, y'all. That's enough time for people to blow in. Once again, this is the HOGFEST session. It's jam-packed with details. I do have plenty of audio clips prepared, so you can hear some of the stuff that happened in the session. I've got lots of DM hot tips for you. Lots of fun tips for you new DMs or veteran DMs alike who need a little extra advice or want to hear the musings of a DM. I've got some tips. And... not one, but 2 video presentations, one of which is our boy, Dimple Flutterfoot's comedic performance itself is on video, as well as another surprise video that you guys will hopefully enjoy. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. It's going to be you staring at me on the screen for a long time. I'm just going to be reading my notes. And we're going to get into it. So use your imagination. I'll explain everything, and we're going to get into HOGFEST. Let's get some more appropriate music going. You know what? Copyright be damned. It's like, there's so much copyrighted music I've got that played in the session, and I would like to play for you guys. So we're going to be playing all kinds of shit tonight. Let's get the... Actually, we'll keep it quiet for now as I lead up to it. But anyway, without any further ado, this is the HOGFEST session 8 of Elder Vale. An image. Oh, hold on 1 second. Got a random phone call. It's not Scam Likely. It's someone else. What? Hold on. What image can I put in the background? How about How about this? Let's see here. You're right. I should have some kind of visual. I've been working real hard to get the notes ready, but we don't have. Here's Hogwood. Hey, look, it's Hogwood. I don't know who did this art. It wasn't me. There. How's that? You know what? We can even do one more. Let's even do the party. Let's do the party characters. Can we do There they are. There's our gang. Jesus, they're big. The ragtag motley crew. There's the gang. Hey, there we go. My microphone will be behind more game. All right, gonna be listening to this on my phone because my computer is getting hella toasty. Playing some Monster Hunter in the background, of course. Toshiko, gotta play that Monster Hunter. No, Abner, you're just in time. So, guys, sit back, relax. If you want to watch me and the graphics on the screen, you may. If you're sidetracked, and you're listening to the background, that's cool too. This is HOGFEST. Abner, just in time to begin. Without any further ado, again, for real now. Without any further ado, the HOGFEST session. So the session started with me giving an explanation of the pig pageant and pig race rules. I re-explained that to them, and I had Rhonda and Morgane, who have pageant pigs, named. You know what? Actually, let me actually just open up the party picture on the website that I usually use. Rhonda and Morgane, I sent them off to come up with their routines, their pageant routines, because they have pageant pigs, Beethoven and Doug the pig. If you guys go back, you'll hear about that. And while Morgane and Rhonda were coming up with their routines, I went through a qualifier lap with Denise and Winnie the pig, which are Hoff and Leah's pigs for the race. They're racing pigs. I have little mini games, which I think I explained last time, but I'll give you another quick explanation. For the pageant, it's just 5 skill checks in a row by your pig. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each one can be easy, medium, or hard. Easy tricks give you 2 points. Medium tricks give you 3 points. Hard tricks give you 4 points. You string 5 tricks or 5 segments together, 5 checks. Back-to-back checks that use the same ability score give less points because it's stale routine. And then you rack up points and you try to win. That's the pageant rules. The race rules are a little bit more complex. Basically, you have your tokens on a board, on a grid. At the top of each round, you do a run check to see how well you're keeping pace with the rest of the pigs. And then on your pig's turn, you can bash pigs next to you. You can full speed ahead to get advantage on your next run check. You can prepare for an obstacle. You can defend. And I also gave each pig a special move. It was fun watching them come up with their special moves. I let them basically decide what their special moves would be. Winnie the Pig's special move was dubbed the Flapjack. If you guys recall, let me swoop over here now at this point. Give me 1 second. We can go. Shwoo. There we go. Leah's pig was Winnie the Pig. This is Winnie the Pig, who has big flappy ears, and the pig's special move, Winnie the Pig's special move was called the Flapjack, which is a defense move. For the next round, until the start of your next turn, you are immune to being bashed or tripped by other pigs, and we flavored it as Winnie the Pig gets knocked over. But the pig's ears deploy and auto balance, like flaps deployed like a fucking plane or something, and it rebalances to get back up. So that's that. And Hoff's pig, Denise, which is this pig, whose name actually is Denise, I believe in real life. It's a real pig named Denise. Hoff's pig, Hoff's special move. Let's put on some music. Fuck it. Denise's special move was called the Green Ding. The Green Ding, who Hoff's player described as Denise getting very, very angry and turning green and like going Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan for a second, and then like doing like a super tackle against a nearby pig. And the special move is that it can be a tackle move, but it can go forward or back or any direction, not just side to side. So it was like a big tackle move. It was crazy. So they did a qualifier lap while I ran over the rules, and wherever they ended up placed in the qualifier lap, I would correlate that with the starting position of the main race to determine their starting position once the actual race hit. So that was what they were doing. Meanwhile, like I said, Morgane and Rhonda, aka Lizard and Lacey, were coming up with their pageant routines, which we'll see later with their pigs. Doug, which is Lacey's pig, aka Rhonda's pig, Doug, and Morgane's pig, Beethoven. And Beethoven is an extremely talented pig. Major stats. And also Morgane, I had them all roll animal handling checks to see if they can get little bonuses to their different stat performances or their act segments. And Morgane rolled really well, so we'll get back to that later. DM hot tip. Having characters break away on their own to come up with ideas or roleplay in divided groups saves time and can be more intimate with each other, roleplaying together, and it can surprise the DM. So I actually sent Morgane and Rhonda aside to go collaborate with each other to come up with their pageant routines to surprise me while I did the qualifying lap with Hoff and Leah. So divide and conquer. You know, if you want to explain something to someone or one of your players understands something and another one does not, send them off to go do their own thing. That's what I did there. So, after that, HOGFEST officially began, and I've got audio clips. I have to tab back over to this. You have to be on this screen, unfortunately, for a little bit while I play you audio clips from the session, guys. We got some audio clips. I apologize in advance if the audio clips are hard to make out. I was using my old HyperX Quadcast mic, same mic, but the old one that I have. This is a new one. So it was recording over the whole room. There's lots of reverb. So I apologize if the audio quality is not fantastic, but hopefully it'll give you a little taste into the session itself. and doesn't hurt your eardrums, I'll play it here. Let me know if it's like, if it's okay quality, like if it's acceptable, or if you're like, no, please don't show us any more audio clips. I think they'll be okay. Just turn your volume down if you need to. Are the French fries edible? Asks Five Cats. No, I don't think so. But I did say that some of the race staff actually did indeed provide the French fry headdress, so that was fun. Maybe it should have been edible though. Who knows? Maybe it was edible. And maybe Denise eats the French fry on top of her head and gets sick, and that's the secret behind the green ding. I don't know. But anyway, here are some audio clips from the start of HOGFEST. I believe this is the mayor's sort of opening speech, followed by Moira McAllen giving some setup to the participants.
Attention, everyone! His voice echoes out. People in the very, very, very back might have a hard time hearing him, but he projects his voice quite well.
I can hear him, but I can't see him.
Welcome, welcome, one and all, to our annual Hog Festival. As many of you know, this fine occasion is a yearly celebration of this wonderful town we call Hogwood. It is a commemoration of the town's founding, and it honors the fine people of this town and all they accomplish. To introduce and explain some of this year's festivities, it is my pleasure to invite my assistant and head coordinator of this year's HOGFEST, Miss Moira McAllen. And you guys clap especially enthusiastically, but people cheer, and she kind of goes up on stage and she's kind of like, hello.
Good old Moira, the overwhelmed, a little bit kooky head coordinator of HOGFEST. She comes up and she gives her speech about what's going on in HOGFEST. I'm glad the audio is good. Later on, it might get a little bit worse, but I'm glad it's good for now. Keep enjoying Moira's speech.
Starting up in just a few minutes, we'll be kicking off things with our first main event, a good old round of Hurl the Hog. A Hogwood favorite. A little after, we'll be gathering at the barnyard for the Hog Rodeo. An hour after, people are cheering at each event name. An hour after that would be our first big ceremonial event, the annual pig race. We have lots of fast and furious pigs who've been training hard for this year. We'll see if the champion from last year, Greased Lightning, will hold his throne. People are like, yeah. There's a specific crowd of dudes who go, yeah. And they've got Greased Lightning written on their chests.
Yeah, there's like dudes like pulled up their shirts being like Greased Lightning for the champ. The champ is here.
Once that's done, you thirsty folks will be happy to participate in a good old drinking contest. I know I'll be there. She winks. At mid-afternoon, we'll be revealing the answer to Tim and Tom's jerky jar. Submit your guesses before then to claim your prize. The jar of jerky. Guess how many pieces of jerky are in the jar, you win the jar. A Hogwood delicacy, if ever there was one. After that, it'll be time for our annual pig out, and all-you-can-eat slop fest. Whoever scarfs down the most gets crowned the biggest pig in Hogwood. Sorry, Priscilla. That one's not for you. And... excuse me. Come on, Priscilla.
To remind you, Priscilla is the reigning champion of the pig pageant, the mayor's big pig, the pretty and precious pig Priscilla. And he was wheeling Priscilla around in a stroller up a wheelchair ramp onto the stage, and he's like, "Come on, get out of here, Priscilla." But more. Oh, where's the joke boy? Listen up, listen close, you'll hear.
Once that's done, it'll be your last chance to submit your guess for the Big Pig Weight Guessing Contest. There's a big, enormous pig, sort of in a cage, just chewing hay. Guess how much that pig weighs? You don't get the pig, but you'll get a magnificent prize. After that, we'll have a, in character, a wonderful, comedy performance by Hogwood's very own comedian, Dumbo Flutterfoot. I'm sure it'll be amusing.
Slow clap.
People are kind of golf clapping, but you hear one light voice going, "Woo, yeah! Yeah! Dumbo, Dumbo, you! Ay, ay, ay!"
Ay, 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 there he is. Oh, Five Cats, pigtail boot. You better listen good to the session. Pigtail boot might make an appearance. I also got. I want you to know that ever since Dimble Flutterfoot made his appearance in the campaign, when I hang out with these family members, they're my in-laws, but whenever I hang out with them because I went to Disney with them and stuff, whenever someone like tells a pun in the family, someone always goes ay 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 or ha cha cha. So Dimble Flutterfoot is a smash hit. Everyone in the family loves Dimble, and every time someone tells a pun, there's someone else who goes ay 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 or ha cha cha. So yeah, get hype. And then here we go.
After that, we'll wrap things up with a closing ceremony led by our darling mayor, and then we'll adjourn you all to continue your festivities at your leisure until the pigs come home. Once again, my name is Moira McAllen, and without any further ado, the bards all look at each other, and one of them starts drum rolling with a drum. It is at this time that I would be most pleasured to formally announce that this year's Hog Festival has officially begun. And everyone cheers and yells and screams and hoots and hollers. And the bard kicks up some jams, and the festival's going.
And so HOGFEST begins, and this is the music I played. Some of you may recognize this fine ditty. This is playing like the whole session. HOGFEST begins! And I've got all the shit that the party did, all of the activities they did, how well they did. Let's get into it. The first activity they all went to was Hurl the Hog. Oh, you know what? Hold on, here. I'm gonna pause this real quick. So the first activity was Hurl the Hog, which is like a hog toss. Yeah, you guys, that was someone's idea in chat, I'm pretty sure. The champion of hog toss is Darnell, the blacksmith of Hogwood, and I prepared these sound effects. I prepared these sound effects for the party. Basically, they make an athletics check to see how far they can throw the hog, you know, in feet. I think it's like double the result is the number of feet they throw. So if they scored a 15, that's 30 feet of a toss or something like that. Oh no, Sashego, don't worry. You didn't miss too much. Moira McAllen says HOGFEST has officially begun, and now we're going to the first event, the hog, Hurl the Hog. I prepared these sound effects for the party. If they do a short toss, I would play this. If they toss the pig a medium distance, I play. And if they toss the pig very far, I hit them with. I should have added like an anime. I should have added like a ding. No, but they're throwing their pigs into this big slop pit, and as they walked up to the Hurl the Hog stand, I played oh shoot, I didn't save the tab. I played this kind of shit. Oh wait, no, not that. Oh damn it, I can't find it. I can't find the exact video I played. But like, there you go. I played like baseball organ music. Da, 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 da. I was playing this kind of shit as they walked up. So as they walked up, back to the music. As they walked up, Darnell, the champion's running distance is 40 feet, I believe. They walk up, Rhonda, of course, is eager to do it. I think Hoff was the first one to try, and he threw his pig like 8 feet. It was a bit of a failure. But Rhonda went up. Rhonda swung and tossed that pig, and she tied the champion's score with 40 feet. She tied the defending champion's score. So a throw off was in order, a toss off. Darnell beat his previous record by throwing 42 feet, and then Rhonda threw her pig like 30 or 26 or something like that feet. So unfortunately, Rhonda did not claim the high score on the pig toss, but they had a lot of fun with that one. That was a major event. After that, they all got to go out and scatter and find the side events, the side shows and stuff. So the first side show they all went to, they decided to all do it, and that was the stick jousting. So they got like the sticks with the pads on the end, and they try to like knock each other in. You know, Hoff wanted to fight a local first, so I had him fight Thaddeus, the tax collector, and he kicked his ass. The way that I did the jousts is that the two opponents would each make an attack roll, and whoever wins sets the DC, and the DC is the difference between the two. So if one person rolls a 16 attack roll, and the other person rolls a 9, that'd be a DC of 9. Wait, no. 7. Math, how do I math? 7. And then the loser has to make an acrobatics check and beat the difference. So, like, if you do good on the attack roll, if you do really good on the attack roll, the opponent has to balance around that acrobatics. Hoff beat Thaddeus with ease. We did it Iron Man style, where every party member had to go against Hoff now. It was Hoff versus Rhonda. Oh, you know what? I think I'm forgetting that we have some clips here.
Can we see 40 feet, sir?
Oh yeah, this is from the Hurl the Hog. I forgot we have audio. Haha. Hurl the Hog clip real quick before we go on.
Can we see 40 feet surpassed today?
And then and I'm jumping up and down. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. And I'm like, yes, I can do it.
Oh, we have a volunteer for our next stop.
Oh, wow.
Step on up, young man. What's your name?
My name is Hump.
Hump, give it up for Hump.
So yeah, Hump did it. Moving on ahead here.
I kind of get.
Okay, so now we're back to now back to jousting. It's Hoff versus Rhonda in the jousting, and then Hoff did this.
I kind of get really close so no one can hear me, and I say, Lacey, please don't hurt me.
We're just playing a game, don't worry.
So it was Hoff versus Rhonda. Hoff beat Rhonda's attack roll with ease. She had to make the acrobatics check. She makes it. He beats her again. She makes it again, and after a third attack in a row, he hits her, and Rhonda, aka Lacey, cannot keep her balance, and she falls into the muck. Hoff versus Rhonda. Hoff's win. Hoff jousted against Lizard next, aka Morgane. Her fake name is Lizard. Hoff versus Lizard went on for a bit longer, had some more back and forth, but Lizard eventually fell off in the end. And Hoff said, he told me, honestly, at this point, Hoff is thinking to himself, I wish I could fight Nether and Daz. So I was like, do you say that out loud? And he's like, not yet. Hoff versus Leah was the final match of the jousting. They both tied nat 20s in their attack rolls. They both nat 20'd, which was insane. It was an insanely hype moment. However, in the second attack, Hoff got the better and put her right down. And after that, Hoff yelled, "Bring me who shall not be named!" And the game's runner was just like, all right, that's enough. So that was the jousting. That was fun. Rhonda went to do the ring the bell, where you hit the lever with the mallet and it goes ding. You know, she failed to ring the bell, unfortunately. Although she tried to convince the game's runner to let her use her Tanner Harsk super hammer, her spiked meat tenderizer, Tanner's tenderizer, and they're like, no, none of that. Leah went to guess the pig weight, and Leah's player, yet again, my mother-in-law, by the way, yet again shows off her cleverness in D&D by asking me, can I use one of my skills to try to ascertain the pig's weight? I was like, yes, roll a nature check. So Leah rolled nature, got pretty decent. I gave her a minimum weight of the pig with 400 pounds, and she gets 512. Leah's pig weight guess was 512 pounds. We'll get back to see how close she was later. Morgaine went to hunt for truffles. That was one of the other sideshow activities, was truffle hunting. Basically, roll out investigation check. Half your result. That's how many truffles you find. Hoff went to try beat the pig, which is a pig pinata, the pig-yada, so to speak. He wanted to do a fancy schmancy handstand before swinging his staff at the pinata. He missed, failed twice. The last hit, he busted the pinata, got 7 pieces of candy, and an NPC character showed up. A little girl runs in, against the rules, might I add, and tries to scoop up the candy that Hoff rightfully got by beating the pig. Little girl named Chio runs in and starts scooping up candy, and I was like, Hoff, this girl's not allowed to do that. Do you say anything? And Hoff just goes, what's that over there? And she's like, huh? And Hoff just gathers up his candy and runs away. He doesn't like confront her, he just beats her to the punch, grabs the candy and runs. And then Chio looks back down and is like, aw, no more. And the game center was just like, oh, come on, little one, wait your turn. And she's like, okay. So that was that. Not the last time we'll be seeing her. That was a quick little cameo I threw in there. Next was the Hog Rodeo. The next major event was the Hog Rodeo. Morgaine abstained from participating. She went to go hunt for more truffles. She found 8 more truffles. So she went and did that. So the Hog Rodeo, how I did it was you just roll a flat strength check, a flat dexterity check, and a flat constitution check. Boom, boom, boom. Add the results together. I think half of each result maybe, and that's how many seconds you stay on the pig. So strength to hold on, dexterity to balance, and constitution to endure the pig's bucking. So a big angry pig named Billy, Big Billy. If you guys have ever been to the county fair and see like those bull rodeo machines, the mechanical bulls, there's always a rodeo commentator doing it. In my county, at least, down here in South Central Florida, where there's lots of cow land, we've got rodeos. Look up Silver Spurs Arena. But I had the rodeo announcer be like, oh, and Billy's got Lacey, Lacey's got Billy, Lacey's got Billy, Billy's got Lacey, he's bucking and fucking and and heaving and hoeing, and oh my goodness, she falls off at 26 seconds. Rhonda, aka Lacey, beat the standing record of 22 seconds. She scored 26 seconds on the hog. 26 seconds on the rodeo. Hell yeah. Hoff should have punted her. Says 5 cats. It's true. It's true. Your uncle owns mechanical bull CPR? That's awesome. Mustachio, bucking and fucking and butt fucking and fuck button. You got it. That's how I do. So, Rhonda stays on with 26 seconds. Leah, again, being very clever. Leah, our ranger, comes up to Big Billy before it's her turn. And she pets Big Billy and tries to use her ranger ability, her feature. Excuse me. Her primeval awareness, which allows her to do sort of surface level animal communication to like ascertain an animal's emotional state and communicate very simple ideas to the animal, which she did. The animal was enraged, so it didn't work too well, but I had her roll actually, I didn't even have her roll. She succeeded. I said I had her roll 1d4 seconds to add. So she rolled a 3. So she added 3 seconds to her score by calming the pig just a little bit. Counting her extra seconds, she got 13 seconds. Not so good. Not so good. Kind of cheating? Yeah, I mean, hey. All the referee saw was her petting the pig. I wouldn't have let them do like cast spells or anything because the referee would know that. But hey, listen, players are allowed to use their features to their advantage. They are the stars of the show. Hoff scored fairly well. Hoff went on the rodeo and got 17 seconds. Kurt, the head lumberjack of Hogwood, is the defending champion. He got one final chance to defend his score and beat Rhonda's 26 seconds. He beat his previous time by scoring 24 seconds, but lost to Lacey. So Rhonda, ladies and gentlemen, our head paladin here, local paladin legend Rhonda, aka Lacey, my wife's character, is the rodeo champion of Hogwood. How exciting is that? She got a leather belt, like a big belt, like almost like a WWE belt with like a saddle design on it. And there she goes. Bam, bam. That was that. Next NPC cameo. Hold on. Real quick before I... What's this next clip here?
Of course, we have our grand champion entering up front.
Oh no, this is the race. That's okay, that comes later. Sorry, I'm a little bit confused with my audio clips here. As the group is walking away from the rodeo and back into town, the gang is stopped in the middle of the road by a woman. Hogwood's head cobbler and local fashionista, Angela Bates, stops the party and says, "Halt!" She looks at all of them, but locks eyes with Leah, our ranger, who has the cloak of gleaming and billowing. A dazzling, sparkling cloak. And that catches Angela's eyes. She circles around Leah and says, "You are just what I'm looking for. That cloak is spectacular, dazzling. How would you like to model my new pair of shoes?" And she offered for Leah to show off the newest pair of heeled boots around Hogwood. Leah's player is a fan of shoe shopping herself in real life. So it all works out. It pays off to know your players, guys. Know your players. So Leah agreed to model the new shoes for Miss Angela Bates for a small financial compensation of 1 gold piece, which is pretty good pay. And she says, "Just don't get them dirty." And she's just like, "Yeah, show them around Hogwood and you know, wear them to all the main events. Just don't get them muddy." And the other players are all mucky from their activities, whereas Leah's not mucky at all because she's protected by her cloak of gleaming and billowing. She's like, "No, you're all dirty. No modeling for you. But you, darling, yes, you will make a great model. Come back to me later, and I'll give you your gold. Ta-ta." Very just like, oh my god, shiz. Oh my god, shiz. I've never done a mechanical bull, I don't think, or maybe once a long time ago CPR, but that sounds fun. That's crazy that your uncle owns one. That's nutty. So Leah is a boot model going around wearing that, and she took it real seriously. You'll hear it later, but she took it real seriously, the branding deal, the marketing deal. Rhonda went shopping for some pig figurines, or pigurines, so to speak. I think she got some special ones. Maybe we'll see those later. Morgane got some face paint from local painter Leo. She got like almost like a Mardi Gras mask design face paint with in yellow and purple to match her pigs. Tutu, if you guys remember, hey look, Beethoven's Tutu. There's some green in there too, but she did yellow and purple to match the tutu. Leah and Morgane went to guess the jerky in the jar. First, they rolled investigation, oh so wisely, to run some geometry to theorize how many pieces of jerky could fit in that jar. I gave them some fair estimates. Leah guesses 210 pieces of jerky. Morgane estimates 310. And if you guys remember our campaign building session, we'll see what happens with the jerky jar guessing. In this world, there isn't rare-ass Pokemon cards. There's rare-ass figurines. That's right. That's right. They're like the NFTs of this universe. Hoff went to try the obstacle course. Do some obstacles. The obstacle course just consisted of 4 obstacles: the balance beam, the rock climbing wall, the jumping stones, which is like jump from one platform to the next, and the rope wall. Climb up the rope wall. You make 4 checks: acrobatics, athletics, acrobatics, athletics. The results determine how fast you do each one. Fastest time wins. Hoff tried it. The balance beam he beat in 4 seconds. The rock wall he climbed in 8 seconds. The jumping stones he cleared in 4 seconds. And the rope wall he cleared in 5 seconds for a grand total of 21 seconds, which is a new course record. Hoff on top on the obstacle course leaderboards. It's not the last time we'll see the obstacle course as we go on, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, Rhonda was messaging me secret things on Facebook Messenger, implying that she was working on some secret stuff. Whiskey in the jar? No, guys, jerky in the jar. You got it. An NFT would not be fungible. I assume figurines are fungible. No. Each figurine is one of a kind. Special order. Now, the Hoff racking up the W's. As you'll see, throughout the course of HOGFEST, all of our players got chances to shine, and it was very, very delightful. They each had the spotlight many times. It was really great. So Hoff's in the limelight now. Leah went to try the obstacle course next. She was not confident in beating Hoff's time, but she is taking her brand deal with Miss Bates seriously. And in Leah's words, "The longer it takes me, the more people will see me with these shoes," she said. Angela Bates' shoemaking business is about to get some more business. She cleared the 4 obstacles in 7, 6, 7, and 4 seconds, scoring 24 seconds, which is the 3rd place time. 2 behind Hoff. Pretty good, all things considered. Pretty good. Next is greased pig catching was the next activity that Hoff went to try to do. How it worked is acrobatics to catch the pig in the slop pit. If you successfully get the pig with acrobatics, then you have to use athletics to hold onto the pig. The better you score on both of those, the faster you do it. Hoff secured the pig on his first try in 10 seconds flat. 2nd place to the high score of 9 seconds. And I don't think anyone else did pig catching, so Hoff went down in history as the 2nd place runner-up of the greased pig catching. Where's the figurine of our flappy ear pig? No one ordered one of those. Maybe we'll get one later. But speaking of flappy ear pig, guys. Speaking of flappy ear pig. It's time for the pig race. Oh shit. The pig race was the next event and the first major event of the entire... Oh. Sorry, wrong screen. Of the entire night. The pig freaking race. We've got Winnie the Pig and Denise. 2 quality piggoos. 2 ace oinkers. They land up at the middle of the track in terms of placement, so they're right in the middle of the pack, between the top qualifiers and the last place qualifiers. Mario Kart, but with pigs, pretty much, more or less. There were 14 participants in the pig race. So, DM hot tip. If you've got a difficult like mini game or segment or something you want to do, or even a big encounter, just really big encounters, get someone to code DM for you. Do the busy work for you. Kirsten kept track of 14 initiative counts total for all the pigs, including the player pigs, and she wrote down which actions each pig was taking as I listed them, while I actually played the NPC pigs and ran all the roles and narrated the results. So I was like primary DM, and she was like the busy work secondary DM. If there's someone in your party who has DM'd before or is just generally good at keeping track of things, get a code DM. Makes things way smoother. The pig race was very mechanics heavy and very crunchy, and I'll tell you what I thought about how it went afterward, but it would have gone so much slower and so much rockier and so much sloppier if I didn't have Kirsten DMing for me. So, love you. I've got some pig race sound bites for you to remind you all of all the participants in the pig race. Actually, I'll just run through. I've got audio sound clips that'll explain them to you. Here we... Oh! I don't want... Well, actually, it's not really a problem if you see that. Is it? Blah. Wrong screens. Oh, no, I guess not. Actually, y'all can see this. I've been tapping out of this, but you guys can see this, I think. Yeah, look at this. This is Sony Vegas, or just Vegas. Movie Studio 17 Platinum. Yay! This is the whole session. See, this whole audio session. And these are the audio clips. Hell yeah! So, let's hear some clips from the beginning of the race.
Of course, we have our grand champion entering up front. Didn't do so hot in the qualifier, but he's looking mad spicy today. It's Greased Lightning, last year's winner. Lightning. People are. It's like a cheer squad too.
Meanwhile, I'm like,
champion. Next, we have the beefy Roadhog. Then we've got two newcomers this year, scoring almost a simultaneous finish in our qualifying race. We've got Winnie the Pig. Isn't that a cute pig right there? Just very well the qualifier, led by Susie. And Winnie's ears are fluttering.
can I tell the DM something?
Sure. Oh goodness. What's up?
Hoff pulled me aside and whispered something to me for how I can introduce Denise. So
Next, doing just as good as Winnie the Pig, led by trainer Humph, we've got the king of the green ding, Denise. That pig don't look too green, but hey, I've been surprised before. Next, we've got Crispy Bacon with special allowances taken for our one and only handicapped pig. Let me show you Crispy Bacon in real life.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
and then I showed everyone Crispy Bacon, the real pig Crispy Bacon, not my Fallout character. If you guys don't know.
To the story of a pig that is inspiring others. One pot-bellied pig has certainly endured his share of problems. Crispy Bacon was born without the use of his
Audio was weird. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you have to read this story.
That's Crispy Bacon. So we had Crispy Bacon in the race. A pig with a wooden cart prosthetic for little wooden wheels in the back that was constructed by his trainer. So that was adorable. Morgaine actually placed bets on Crispy Bacon, who had like 32-1 odds. So Morgaine stood to gain a fuck ton of cash if Crispy Bacon won because no one was betting on Bacon. Don't bet on Bacon.
So Crispy Bacon! He's got a wooden cart, like harness with wheels, and it's missing his two back legs, and its trainer is sort of a kid with glasses, sort of a smarty pants looking kid who maybe built that specifically for it.
That's awesome.
Coming up right next to Hammerhead, Spencer, and Spencer, last year's second place, runner-up in fact. Let's give it up for this quick pig. This pig is kind of jittery. Spencer is very sharp looking, very like angular. This pig is very aerodynamic, kind of pale, kind of thin, so not super strong, but it looks quick. Of course, coming up behind Spencer, Sir Lard, who is a normal-sized pig in dimensions, but is just like rolls leaking off of its side. It's like forehead is like leaning down in front of its eyes almost. It's just like it's not a bit too much to eat there, Sir Lard. Coming up behind Sir Lard there, we got two more pigs. Underpig scoring an unfortunate result in our qualifying lap, but we'll see if he can pull ahead in the end, true to his name. We've got Periwinkle coming up alongside him. Periwinkle looks pretty quick, looks kind of athletic and agile, but every time a pig like next to it like jostles or whatever, or a trainer like claps something, it kind of goes like.
Oh,
It's kind of skittish looking.
skittish pig.
And bringing up the rear is our last minute entry, Graham Cracker, who doesn't look so good. Graham Cracker is an extremely old pig
Aww.
being trained by an extremely old lady. Granny Stormy is like, yeah, get him, Grammy! You can do it!
That's Grammy.
And its like eyes are kind of clouded over. It's just a senior citizen pig.
Aww.
All right, and we're just waiting for the starting bell. Let's get ready to roll. And the audience, the crowd is going absolutely wild.
If I recall correctly, Rhonda, aka Lacey, bet 1 gold piece on Greased Lightning, the reigning champion, who just had like almost even odds. Like it's like she bet 1 gold piece, she'd get 1 back, you know. Graham Cracker did make it, Newbank.
All right, start your pigs.
Turn my brain.
And this year's pig race has officially begun. So, initiatives have been rolled. Kirsten, you're running the show.
Roadhog.
Roadhog.
So that began the big race. Big race started. And yes, that was the music I was using. Fucking the pig race itself was kind of a drag. I'm not super proud of like kind of how long it was, how crunchy it was on the mechanics, but it was fun. The players had fun. They said they liked it a lot. I think it could have gone a lot better, but I made some last minute decisions. I have 5 obstacles planned. They were gonna hit every other round. I just shortened it to every round to make it move faster. So, and I also had pigs eliminated 1 by 1. The very first pig was eliminated. As soon as they all ran, boom, the gates opened, the pig started running. Old Graham Cracker fell asleep at the wheel. Didn't even start the race, passed out. And Lady Stormvane jumped in and was like, "Ah, you dummy! You're supposed to run, Graham Cracker! Oh, dang it. I need some pecans." Right before the first obstacle hit, Sir Lard notices a spectator with a turkey leg hooting and hollering on the sidelines. Sir Lard jumps and grabs the turkey leg into the stands, and Sir Lard starts tearing through the audience looking for more food. So Sir Lard was out. One of the front-running pigs, Ragnarok, who you didn't hear in the intro there, Ragnarok is a big, buff, mean pig. He smashed through the first jump obstacle, the hurdle. So every pig behind Ragnarok got a free pass, but if you were off center from Ragnarok, you had to make the jump. Periwinkle, the pig, once Periwinkle made it to the broken fence, realized that there was no fence and had an anxiety attack. Panicked because of the lack of fence. So the players were doing pretty well. Denise, Hoff's Denise started out strong, holding 2nd and 3rd place at points, and even going neck and neck with Greased Lightning for a little bit there. Winnie the pig fell behind a little bit at the beginning, but started to pull ahead by the second half. Roadhog, big pig, who didn't have a special ability. It was just big, took up like 4, 2x2 spaces, so it was hard to get past him on the race rules, trying to get past. The second obstacle was a balance beam, and Roadhog got on the beam, it snapped, and Roadhog himself formed a bridge that pigs then ran across. So for the second obstacle, the balance beam, any pig behind Roadhog got a free pass by running over Roadhog's back. Periwinkle, sounds like you, fucking mood Sashiko. True. When I described Periwinkle's panic attack, the players were like, "Aww," Crispy Bacon with his prosthetic wheel back legs jumped the first obstacle, but with the balance beam, you can't really balance beam with wheels. So Crispy Bacon balanced along the balance beam, but then as soon as his cart legs hit the back end, he go and fell over and capsized and couldn't get back up, and Crispy Bacon was unfortunately eliminated. And Morgane was pissed that she lost her bet, first of all, and also was rioting the race officials who said that they made accommodations, but failed to put in a ramp for the balance beam. They allowed Crispy Bacon to participate at the very least, but they didn't make the accommodations necessary. She rioted the ableist pig race officials. Discrimination is right, Stashenko. For shame. And Maro's here, says, hey guys, I'm late. I was helping my little brother make a D&D character. Well, great for your little brother. Hell yeah, good for you. Good for you for helping him. But we're in the pig race now, so you gave it a good time. Underpig, true to his name, qualified toward the very back of the pack, but was cooking with gas from the get-go. Underpig was performing really well and was gaining traction quick. Another DM hot tip of the day, I made some pretty big mistakes during the pig race. I misunderstood some actions and like failed to recall what phase of the checks we were in, if it was the run phase or the action phase, whatever. Like I made some mistakes and Kirsten had to stop me and correct me. But I took them in stride. As a DM, if you make mistakes, just say haha, make it a joke and move on. Don't let your mistakes define who you are. Don't let them get you down. And if you can, incorporate them into the narrative in a funny way. So here's your example. In the very back, I had Archie, a pig who was in the very, very back alongside Hammerhead, who's like a blunt four-headed pig who had ran other pigs off the road. I said, Archie trips up Hammerhead and crits. Hammerhead's eliminated. And then Kirsten was like, no. It's the run phase, not the action phase. And I was like, oh, never mind. Archie runs. So I did like this like thing where I was like, okay, Archie slams Hammerhead. Hammerhead falls back. Archie swoops through the pack and gets first place and is exalted as the champion pig. And then the camera zooms out of Archie's pupil, and it was all like Archie's daydream or whatever. But then he trips back some because he failed the run check. But then Kirsten was like, no, he gets advantage on the run check. You fool. I was like, all right. So he doesn't fall back any. That was another alternate reality. So I don't know. It was a fun little, taking the mistakes in stride and saying like, oh, in an alternate universe, that's a good. There you go. There it is. In short, if you make a mistake, say, well, in an alternate reality, that's what happened. But what actually happens is, and then correct. So it wasn't a huge mistake, but it was a bungus moment on my part. But you take it in stride, make a joke out of it. Crispy Bacon should have won. I know, but those ableist officials, man, discriminated. For shame. Hogwood's, pretty backwater place, so anyway, I tried to play Greased Lightning smart. Greased Lightning, the champion, is an experienced trainer. So when Greased Lightning was out in front, instead of doing the full speed ahead action, pedal to the metal, I was like, no, I'm gonna prepare for the next obstacle to give me an advantage against that obstacle. I'm being smart in the place of in the place of Greased Lightning. And twice in the race, that decision of mine paid off, and the preparation action came in clutch. Greased Lightning would have gotten knocked back a couple times from obstacles, but actually made them because I made that call. So I played I keep saying Crispy Bacon almost. I played Greased Lightning really well, making Greased Lightning come across as a champ, which is nice. Hammerhead and Archie in the back, which were button heads. They both failed the tunnel obstacle, which is the I think the third foot jump. Wait, straight, dex. I might have skipped an obstacle in the actual session. Oh well. The tunnels. They both failed the tunnels equally, and then I made a DM decision. I said, all right, they're fighting so much, they're quarreling back there, Hammerhead and Archie, that they get into a little pig scrap and they fall behind. They're eliminated. So now it's down to like, out of 14 pigs, we're down to like 8 or 9. They're all dropping like flies. Yeah, Abner, as the great Bob Ross once said, you didn't make a mistake, just happy accidents. Exactly. No mistakes in D&D, just happy accidents. Precisely. On the second to last run check, Underpig's special ability activated. Underpig's special ability is to +2 to each modifier at the last half of the race. True to Underpig's name. And Underpig crit on top of that. So Underpig went from like second to last place to like third place in like 1 or 2 checks. Was zooming. Cookie, shout out to Cookie the pig, not Cookie the character. No relation, in the words of Cookie the chef. Cookie bumped Winnie, but Winnie used the special move, the flapjack. The the ear flaps engaged. And Winnie stayed on the course despite being tripped up. At the last stretch, Cookie's trainer throws a grape on the track for the grape turbo boost, because Cookie loves grapes. And the final standing of the race... Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. Everyone, drum roll to yourself. 7th place, Cookie. 6th place, Winnie the Pig. 5th place, Denise. 4th place, Spencer. 3rd place, Ragnarok. 2nd place, Underpig. And 1st place, Greased. Lightning the Champ reigns supreme. So, out of 14 participants, the player characters got 6th and 5th. Not too bad, but they did make the top 3, unfortunately. Underpig, though, was the real champion. Underpig started in, I think, like, 10th place, I want to say. 10th or 11th out of 14 at the very beginning, and pulled up to 2nd by the end. So Underpig, we were all real proud of. Rhonda made her 1 gold piece back on the bet, and Morgane rioted. So, that was that. The next event, they didn't have any time for sideshows after the pig race, was the drinking contest. And I don't want to play this because it's made by a band and that's like super copyright, but I played What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? I played that while they were doing the drinking contest. So Rhonda was in the drinking contest for sure. She's like, I'm totally in. Yeah, you know, hands down, done. Rhonda's a drinker and an eater. You know, she's got a healthy appetite. She likes to indulge. Having grown up in a farm village, Rhonda knows the importance of good food and drink. Morgane was freaking pissed. Morgane was pissed off. She lost her bet and at the discriminating race officials. So she's in, and Hoff was in as well. Hold on, wrong Hoff. There you go. That's correct Hoff dimensions. But Hoff specifically said, like, you know, I'm gonna join the drinking contest, but I'm not gonna actually participate. I'm not gonna compete. I'm just here for free drinks. So that was fun. He's like, I'm just here for free drinks. So oh no! Ah! Bum ba da bum ba da bum bum bum. So, drinking contest began. Barkeep Joe, Kurt, the head lumberjack, Darnell, the blacksmith, and Taurus, the roofer, I believe, of Hogwood. We're all competing. Pretty exciting stuff. The song is not copyrighted, it's not Chico, but the version of it that I used, and pretty much any version you'll probably find is copyrighted because, you know, shanty bands perform the song, so, you know, yeah. Yeah. Hoff went for the free drinks. So, the rules for the drinking contest were each participant can drink 3 drinks for free without making any checks, plus their constitution modifier. So, Hoff, con mod of 0, got 3 drinks before he had to start making checks. Morgane and Rhonda, who have con modifiers of 3 each, got 6 drinks before they had to start making checks to reflect how if you're of tougher constitution, you don't get drunk as fast. And these are 16 con is very high, extremely high by like average human standards. So Rhonda and Morgane they were cruising. They downed 6 drinks easily before they even had to start making con saves. Hoff, however, he hit 3 and then he was just like, all right, I'm done. See ya. As soon as he started to feel buzz, he's like, okay, that's it. I'm fine. He actually even started like, he was just sipping his drink and he was even handing his drinks over to other like commoners who were like nearby. And then he got up on the table and started dancing and stuff. So he was having a good time. A shitty MIDI version? I could do that actually. Hold on. MIDI, you can't go wrong with MIDIs, right? Is that it? I like this a lot, actually. I love midis. So Ronda and Morgaine cruised through the early rounds. By the way, Moira also showed up. We bumping now. It went quiet for a second. Okay, it's back. Alright, I'm gonna stop that now. It's distracting. Nope. Cease. Cease. Alright, so Moira showed up. She's like, oh boy, been waiting all year for this. Moira sat down and she's drinking her troubles away. She's here just to get smashed for free. Moira drinks 4, but passes out after her 5th. Darnell finishes 7 drinks, then taps out. Kurt drinks 8, then falls out. Barkeep Joe, the host of the game and participant, finished 9 mugs of mead, watered down mead that is, before tapping out. And after 9 drinks, it was down to Morgaine and Ronda. They were tying rolls. Morgaine barely made it a few times. Down to 10th drink. Down an 11th drink. 11 whole mugs. And then after their 11th drink, Morgaine and Ronda simultaneously passed the fuck out. Tie of the drinking contest. Morgaine and Ronda, aka Lacey and Lizard. And so they both got like a tin mug trophy for the tied drinking champions of HOGFEST. Hell to the hell yeah. And from that point on, Morgaine and Ronda were acting drunk the entire session, pretty much up until toward the end. As they should. The level they drank was able to make their breath flammable. Yeah, Morgaine became a red dragonborn temporarily. Their livers make death saves. Nice. Hell yeah. Okay, so for those of you who remember how the jerky jar event went, Ronda went to the jerky jar guessing. And oh, let me check. He tries to run away from you. Okay, yeah, never mind. Sorry. That's next. Ronda was very drunk and went to guess the jars of jerky. And she's like, 5. 5. And the host was like, 5? Are you sure? And I regret saying, are you sure? Because she said 100, 500. I was like, okay, 500, got it. Wrote down the answer. Style Shaco, ooh, good call. Hello. Don't green dragonborn have advantage to checks against poisoning? Well, actually, real quick, let me check that. It might just be poison damage, not poison condition. Now I'm curious, but the players actually brought this up, which is why I'm bringing it up now. Good call, because Morgaine herself actually said that. I'm checking because that is a good save or a good catch. It's just the damage type, I believe. Yeah. So poison damage. So I said to Morgaine's player, you won't get alcohol poisoning. You know, your liver won't explode, but you still will be inebriated by the substance. And Ronda also asked, could I use lay on hands to cure the poison condition from me? And I also said, the real reason I said no is because it'd be more fun for you guys to get smashed drunk and not have, you know, a super unfair advantage. But, because having a little advantage from features like that is fine, but like to just say you're immune to it is like, no, we're not going to do that. But, I basically said the same thing. If you have alcohol poisoning, yes, you can cure that. But normal alcohol is too dull of a effect. Can't really remove it. I just rolled that in the moment because like I wanted to see him get drunk. Yeah. Dwarves have advantage on saving throws against poison, and dwarves are known for drinking. So if someone were a dwarf, I probably would have let them have it. I probably would have said, all right, you have advantage if they had like advantage versus poison from the Iron Stomach dwarf thing. I'd probably do that. Hoff makes a jerky jar guess of 300 after making his own geometry check. And, as you guys remember, some of this will happen. The answer is 300 and... What? There's only 4 pieces of jerky in the jar. And Kirsten immediately was like, dang it, I should have kept 5. And we were all so mad that Rhonda didn't keep her drunken guess of 5 jerky, because she would have actually won. I didn't write this down, but I do remember it. So the guy was like, all right, well, I guess the winner is Chio, who guessed 20 pieces of jerky. And little girl Chio in the background went, yeah, I won! Exactly, Amaro. That's a good, yeah. You can get rid of the sick, but just not the drunkenness total. Jim says I'm gonna head out now. I'll see you around, Jim. It was great having you. Catch up with the VOD later if you feel like it. It was great seeing you here. I'm glad you made it. Chio guessed 20 and was like, yeah, I did it! And, Chio went back to her dad, and she's like, I did it, Daddy! And her dad, who's, doesn't look anything like her, has a bit of a sickly tone to his skin, very big, blocky jaw, very tall, very broad man. Maybe not a human. And he just kind of was like, good. Well done. Lifts her up, puts on his shoulder, walks off with his daughter, and she's like, yay! And eats the jerky, and she's like, oh no, it's all gone. So she got away. She left. They were all like, "Oh darn!" But there's a jerky thief on the loose, and the jerky jar host was like, "Ah, the integrity of the game has been compromised. This is awful." And Tom, the jerky smoker, was like, "There's a jerky thief on the loose. If only someone would find that thief." And so Leah and Hoff hunted down the thief. Leah rolled really well on survival, and I said that you smell something funny. And unfunny. And they're like, oh no. And they found Dimble Flutterfoot around the corner with jerky crumbs all over his chinny chin shin. And he stole the jerky. He tries to run away from you, but you can easily track him down, especially because he's gorged with jerky. He is excruciatingly constipated.
Oh, no.
I cannot stress this enough. He dragged Dimble back to Tom, and Dimble was just credit to Hump for the actual joke. The jerky. We found the jerky who stole the jerky, and then Dimble Flutterfoot was like, "So much jerky. Does that make me a jerk? Ay ay ay." And he was like, "You can't hurt me. I'm a performer. You'll be in trouble with Moira if you hurt me." And then Tom was like, "Oh no, we're not gonna hurt you." He picks up Dimble over, head over heels and trots off. Dimple suffers an unknown fate until we see him later. Ding dong! Oh no! So that was that. So after that, it's time for the pig pageant. Now this was a major fucking event. Morgan and Rhonda are the 2 contestants of our party that participated in the pig pageant. And oh boy, was it a heated contest. We've got Beethoven from Lizard and Lacey's Doug. Old Doug the pig. And we got lots of contestants here. I asked the players for help to draw names from a hat to determine the order of the pigs to help Moira. Leah is the one who offered. She says, "Oh, I'll do it." And why did Leah offer to help Moira determine the order of the pigs? Why? Because she can get more publicity for Angela Bates' shoes by going up on stage and being the announcer. Angela Bates was actually one of the judges. One judge was the owner of the Hogwood Stables, head of the stables, I guess. What was his name? Can't remember what his name was. I gave him a name. It was started with an R. Rand Ebbett. Second judge was Holly Fritz, self-proclaimed best dancer in all of Hogwood, and the owner of the Ice House, and Angela Bates, the most fashionable person in all of Hogwood. So, pig expert, dancing and entertainment expert, and fashion expert are the 3 judges for the pageant. Yep. Exactly. Jacob. Oh, and Morgane earlier was joking about how she wanted to help pitch the shoes by being like, wow, Susie, those are such great shoes. Where did you get them? Because Morgane has really bad charisma, so it would make sense. Oh, where can I get some? Oh, wait, I don't wear shoes. And then Leo is like, well, if anyone can make shoes for a Dragonborn, it would be Angela Bates. So they were hamming it up about that. But the pig pageant began, and I'll just play you some audio clips because we have a few. The first pig up to bat for the pageant.
Out walks Granny Stormvane holding her very, very old, very decrepit pig.
Is Graham Cracker, Granny Stormvane's old pig. Graham Cracker is the first pig of the pageant. Hold on.
He tries to...
Yeah.
Out walks Granny Stormvane holding her very, very old, very decrepit pig. And puts it down, and she's like, all right, Grammy, let's get on with it then. Cue the music. And then she's like, 1, 2, 3. And then Graham Cracker, boom. Graham Cracker has passed.
No.
The pig dies.
I played this, if you can hear it. I had the idea late at night, this night before the session, and I was dying laughing to myself in my room. Okay, I'm laughing, but very reluctantly, right? Rhonda actually called it, jokingly said like, "Oh, the pig's gonna die on stage," and then it did. And Kirsten's mom was like, "You knew it was gonna happen?" Kirsten was like, "No," and I was like, "That was planned." The pig passes, and then Granny Storm was like, "Oh my Grammy, where am I?" So, next up,
and some medics get a stretcher and pull off Graham Cracker, who is disqualified on a technicality. Death.
Oh no.
Moira's like,
that's the best soundbite of the whole session, I think.
Who is disqualified? Graham Cracker. And some medics get a stretcher and pull off Graham Cracker, who is disqualified on a technicality. Death.
Oh no.
Moira's like,
No one
off to a
top
great
that
start.
performance, though.
What'd you say?
No one could top that performance.
Nobody could possibly do any worse. I hope.
Yeah,
I pray.
Poor Moira is just not having a great she's not having a great HOGFEST. Things are going wacky. But the next pig to perform is Kevin Bacon, who I believe is the Heavenly Buddha's participant. So we this is Kevin Bacon's music here. Kevin Bacon is a older pig with a crossbow bolt sticking out of his neck fold. Perhaps a hunted pig that got rescued. And old Kevin Bacon's trainer's like, all right, boy, show him your moves. Kevin Bacon did some do-si-do moves, some slow dancing, some suave steps. and scored 11 points out of 20. Pretty decent. Not so bad, Kevin Bacon. Good job. So that was Kevin Bacon's. Then, do I have a clip for this?
Moira
No, wait, hold on, wait, hold on.
and painted out tape to its face.
Wait.
The next round. Who's next?
Oh, it's back here. Hold on.
Let's go! For lack of better terms, I didn't save it. I know this.
Where is it?
Out from behind the curtain comes.
Old fishy.
Oh, fishy! All right.
Formerly known as Fish Eye. Old Fishy was next.
Yeah. And fishy starts going. All right, fishy. Show how strong you are. Some assistants come out on stage and they hold up like a thin cloth, and fishy just throws himself through the cloth.
So Old Fishy was next. A disgusting, horrible, smelly, ugly pig. Old Fishy pull off some horrible tricks, flailing around, jumping aimlessly. He tricks Fishy by doing the treat fake out, gets a treat and goes like, "Go get it!" And Fishy runs. He's like, "Hey, I got him!" And it's just like the judges were like, "It's not a trick. You tricked him. There's no points for that." And then it ended with Fishy ripping a big old fart, a old fartaroo. And Fishy scored 6 points. 6 points for Fishy. Why are some of the pigs old? Fishy's not that old, just disgusting. Just will die young. 6 points, and then Fishy's trainer's like, "What? We got 6 points? Are you sure?" And they're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Woo! That's 2 more points than last year. Good job, Fishy boy." He's having a good time. He was proud of himself. And then more Moira here.
Moira's like, "Please, can we get a normal pig?" The next round. Who's next, Susie?
Thanks for asking, Moira.
Yeah.
It's Porky. Porky.
Porky?
Woo.
All right. As good a name as any.
For those who don't know, Porky is not a pig, but a sheep in disguise, which Leah realizes and tells Moira, and Moira interrupts the act and says, that pig is a sham. And Leah said, a sheep in pig's clothing. So Porky the sheep is disqualified. Kind of a sleazy looking trainer who's really trying to run a scam on everybody. And here's the audio clip from that. From after that, Moira pleads Susie.
Moira walks back up to you, Susie. Susie, please, I beg of you, please, pick a good pig. Or pick a real pig. Please.
It's a hat.
I
Look
know, I'm praying to the hat. Hat, please. Who's next?
We're doing a drum roll.
Okay, and the next pig on our entertainment schedule is Pigtail Boot.
Pigtail Boot. All right. Give it up for Pigtail Boot.
Pigtail.
Pigtail. Pigtail. Pigtail.
Yeah! Ayo! It's Pigtail Boot time. What was Pigtail Boot's music? I think I just played this basically. Just the HOGFEST music. Pigtail Boot had cowboy boots with little pigtails coming off them, and had like a sort of like western kind of sort of a cowboy trainer. I was like, come on, Pigtail, let's go, buddy. And they did some do-si-do, some dances. Simple tricks mostly. Failed 1 or 2. Only got 7 points. Only 1 more than Fishy. I was like, 7 points, not too bad. And it's like 1 more than Fishy. It's like, never mind. When you say it like that, it is pretty bad, isn't it? So, Pigtail Boo didn't do too hot, unfortunately. The die rolls did not agree. Ooh, although, next pig that was drawn, Priscilla. Oh, shit. So I played this. Mayor Everard III comes out on stage. He's doing like interpretive dance moves. And Priscilla the pig does like a tiny footsteps, you know, ballet, elegant poses. She does a little tushy wiggle at the judges. And the mayor's daughter is right. Priscilla is killing it, but unfortunately sprains her ankle on the finale. And her little piggy hoof dangles, and Mayor Everard was like, "Oh, my baby, my poor Priscilla." Oh. He runs into the back, and because of 2 fuck-ups, not only the ending but also during the routine, only gets 10 points. The champion dethroned by Kevin Bacon. His routine, by the way, if he had succeeded all of his checks, Priscilla would have won 17 points out of 20. But beefed it and squeefed it. Not good. Kevin Bacon is in the lead. Next is Morgane's Beethoven. What was the name of the Dance of the Hours? That was the name of the audio track that Morgane picked for her pig. This was the track that Beethoven did. It's not a song by Beethoven. It's by Amilcare Ponchielli? Or Amilcare? Amilcare? I don't know how he pronounces that name. But there's a one. Wait. Nope. Her pig hit the triangle. Her pig hits the triangle for some big points. Beethoven did a little bit of a strut. Finds a hidden truffle in some boxes and some confetti poofs out. And does a difficult pirouette for the finale. I don't have too much audio from it. It's really worth like showing off, but all together, Morgane's pig Beethoven scores 16 points. Blowing the rest of the competition so far out of the water. Will Beethoven hold that lead? We will find out. So, the next pig on the list, Ragnarok. And when the name was drawn Ragnarok, Moira was like, "Oh no, Ragnarok's a big, strong, rough pig with a big, strong, rough trainer." And this was Ragnarok's music. One of you gets mad bonus points if you can tell me what song this is, an orchestral cover of. By Scorched Earth Orchestra. Anyway, it does sound like Godzilla, doesn't it? Not that, though. Ragnarok comes out, breaks boards, climbs up a wall, fails a little bit, pulls off a cool jump, goes for some back-to-back board breaks, a little bit sloppy, impressive tricks, but the planning was not so good because they did 2 strength tricks in a row for less points. Messes up a little bit, got 11 points, ties Kevin Bacon. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. No, it's not Doom. 2 people guessed Doom. Nope, not. No. Oh, it does sound like E1M1, doesn't it? But it's not. No, E1M1 is da 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 da. Yeah. Wow, I never noticed how similar those sound. But no, it's not that actually. It's not. No, it's not Doom. It's Metallica, Master Puppets. Doom would have been a good idea, though. Good guess. You guys have a good ear. It did sound like Doom, didn't it? Next pig on the docket was Tulip. Who had this music playing? Hold on, let's skip ahead. Here we go. Here we go. Tulip is a very pretty pig, like Priscilla, but less pretentious and more actually pretty. Moira knows this pig to be a strong competitor, and Tulip was doing some crazy moves. Would have been worth a lot of points, but flubbed a lot of them and only got 8 points in the end. Really unfortunate because Tulip had some good stats and a good lineup of moves. No, it was a good guess, guys. E1M1 Doom. It was a good guess. Next was Cabbage Patch. Cabbage Patch, who has an eye patch and a patch-like pattern on its fur, had a pirate-themed jig as its performance with a pirate dressed up a performer, a trainer. Which, by the way, pirates are sort of like a mythological figure in this world because they all live in the Vale. They haven't even seen the sea. So the trainer had Cabbage Patch run from one of the stage to the other, doing some tricks. Great start, but falters a lot at the end. Cabbage Patch gets too excited to do the tricks right. Only scores 6 points. Ties Old Fishy. Doesn't feel good to tie Old Fishy. Did any of the pigs do a flip? I don't think the pigs actually really did a flip. Big missed opportunity on my part. But one pig did do a stand-up pose later. I love pirates too. I have a pirate campaign that's been on hiatus for like 5 years. Is that a hiatus? Or they just canceled, right? But no, I want to start a new campaign, a new pirate campaign sometime, and refine it, make it better. Next is Cookie. Cookie the grape loving pig. With this music. Bonus points if you can name this orchestral cover. What song is this? Cookie comes out on stage. The grape loving pig, the young woman who is training Cookie, throws grapes. Cookie catches the grapes, does a fake out move. Cookie shows good discipline, doesn't go for it. Puts the grape on the nose of the pig. Pig catches it, you know. Gets 12 points to pass Kevin Bacon and Ragnarok. Cookie did really, really, really well. Rolled really well. Bum, 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 bum. Medical Meme got it. Temp Shop or Dog Song. Same tune as both ways. More specifically, it's Dog Song. Dun, 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 dun. Whereas Temp Shop is. But yeah, it's that tune. Undertale. Yep. Nice job, Medical Meme. Well done. You have a good ear. And good taste. So, next up was motherfucking Underpig, y'all. Underpig was the next up. And Underpig was nowhere to be seen on stage. No pig, just a trainer. Everyone was like, what? What happened? What? And then a ramp is extended out from the curtains behind the stage. And Underpig bursts out from the curtains up the ramp and jumps off and does a flip. Fuck it, I'm retconning. He does a flip. Bonus points to who can guess this song. Orchestral cover. What is this, guys? Underpig bursts onto the stage from ramp, does a flip. Dynamic jump tricks. The trainer's like, jump, 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 run. Underpig is doing some big, dynamic, epic acts. Couple of failures, but 12 points total for the win on Underpig. Well done. 12 points coming in, tying for second place so far behind Beethoven. But we'll see if anyone can surpass. Just got here was Crunch 12 with the Concern avatar. Hell yeah, just got here was Painting Minis Ultra Instinct. You got it. Dude, Crunch just swooped in and got the right answer. Holy shit, well done. CPR, I had a feeling CPR would get it too. Well done. That is a Dragon Ball Super Ultra Instinct theme orchestral cover by Android Orchestra. Aptly named. So that was Underpig. By the way, Crunch, we're talking about HOGFEST, the big pig festival in the pig pageant. Our Dragonborn Druid player, Morgaine here, and her pig Beethoven are the current champs of the pageant. But what about Doug here? Hasn't gone yet, guys. Let's see. Is that it? Is it next? Finally, it's Doug. Oh shit. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and everything in between, it is at this moment that I would like to formally introduce our first our first video production. We got a video recording of Kirsten's pig pageant performance because she got up and acted it out. So, everybody, give it up for my wife, Kirsten the Absolute Wife, who is going to act out hers and Doug's pig pageant performance in just a second here. Crunch says, I use alternating in some DD games whenever big final attacks happen. Hell yeah, I do You Say Run from My Hero orchestral cover for the same thing. I do that. Good call. Here we go. My wife, Special K. By the way, Stout Chico, I told Kirsten recently that you call her Special K, and she's like, oh. Kirsten loves you. All of you, of course, but when I told Kirsten that, she was like, oh, it's such a fun nickname, Special K. So anyway, my wife giving her pig performance, which uses a song that you guys will probably appreciate. Here we go.
So Ron and the pig are not on the stage. They're back
Behind the curtain.
Not behind the curtain. They're like at the end of the
aisle. Behind the audience.
And then so Rhonda like peeks out and cues the music, and then they're gonna come out. Okay. So they start stepping out. And Rhonda has like a hat on her head, and she's holding a little stick cane, and her pig also has a little top hat and a cane that's like wrapped around his foot, and they're stepping, going down the aisle. So performance.
Oh, she's about to do it to him.
Okay.
Which level is this?
This is a medium difficulty, and at 19.
Pass. That's 3 points.
All right. So, and then they get up to the front, and then the pig's gonna do just like a little showing off his sweet walk by himself while I go set up. Showing off. That is an easy check. 18.
2 points.
Okay. And then the pig gets over to the end of the rope maze that's on the floor, and I set down the tree at the end of it.
So assistants can help you out. They lay down a rope maze with a tree at the end.
Mm-hmm. So now Doug tries to figure out his way through the rope maze. That is 16 for a medium check.
3 more.
3 more. Okay. And
Pig resists the urge to go over the ropes and hit some dead ends. Find his way through the tree.
yes. Okay. And then the people take away the rope, and the pig does a little blower kiss to the judges.
Okay.
It's a medium check 11.
That makes it.
Okay.
3.
And he's doing that while I set up a treat puzzle that has a mushroom inside of it that he has to figure out, and then comes back to do the treat puzzle.
So the puzzle is like moving pieces and levers that he has to kind of like figure his way through.
Yeah. And then he tries to figure out the puzzle.
Oh! Doug gives up immediately and starts just like bashing it and trying to force his way to the tree.
Did you get a 1? Yeah, I got 1. It's okay, Doug. Come on, let's go.
Is this the end?
Oh no! We strut out.
Strut out. Doug is kind of like, but the tree. And let's look at our judges. What's the total score?
11 points.
11 points. Well done.
That was a very cute act. Doug.
So damn close. That was a difficult check at the end. The nat 1. If she didn't bomb that one, she would have gotten 4 points from a hard trick, bringing her total to 15 points, second only to Beethoven. Doug would have gotten second place overall. However, the conclusion of the pig pageant sees third place, Under Pig. Second place, Cookie. It was actually a two-way tie between the two. We randomly determined which one it was. Under Pig third, Cookie second. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the #1 grand champion of the pig pageant this year, Beethoven and Lizard. Morgaine, our druid, is the first place winner of one of 2 major events, the other being the pig race that our players didn't do so hot in. But the champ is here. Putting on the Ritz. So yeah, good shit. It's Fishy. Oh, Fish. It was rigged. It was rigged, podcast. Fishy should have gotten it. Goddamn. Also, is that actually the fucking Unis on his shirt? I don't even know what Unis on this is. I've heard of it, obviously. It's like Markiplier's thing. That's not. That isn't actually what that is, right? No. It just looks a lot like it. It's just like a swirl thing. Okay, it's not actually the same. Okay, it's not exactly the same. It would have been funny if it was, because my grandma got me that shirt for Christmas, like just this last Christmas. So it would have been very strange if that's what that was. No, it's, yeah, I didn't think so. Anyway, so on with HOGFEST. I'll tell Kirsten later that y'all loved her performance. Next event was the pig out. The big pig out. Oh, I used this music for that. Hold on. Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? I don't have it saved. Hold on. This. I played this. Quick, name that tune. Bum 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 bum. To sum it up, a thing that Mark and some other YouTube did for a whole year where they did random stuff and then deleted the channel afterwards. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was something along those lines. Yay, Sashayko was the first. RuneScape, that's a good guess. It does sound like RuneScape, doesn't it? It's Ocarina of Time minigame theme. We're doing the little bomb minigames and stuff. Yep, getting the rupees and also the bomb shoe bowling one, I think, too. It's used a few times. I think it's also used in Majora's Mask and the bomb hoop one. Chest run, also. Crunch, yep, in Majora's Mask. Oh no, it's not used for the basketball one in Majora's Mask. It's the chess one. You're right. Bom 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 bom. So they did the pig out. All players participated in the pig out. If a player had eaten food from a food stall earlier in the festival, they would have received a penalty to their stomach capacity, but none of them decided to eat. I think that was just by chance that happened. So, good thing. And their stomach capacity gets a bonus from their con saving throw. Basically, each player, it's 1 minute. A 1 minute pig out. Separated into 6 10-second rounds. So 6 rounds. Each round, each player rolls a dexterity check to see how fast they can eat the meat pies. And once they hit their stomach capacity, they have to make a con save each round to see if they can actually eat more. So all players started off moderately strong, eating like 2 or 3 pies each for their first 10-second segments. In the second round, Hoff ate 6 meat pies in 10 seconds, which is massive. It was a nat 20, I believe. 6 goddamn pies in a 10-second round. Leah, however, only ate a single pie in 10 seconds. Leave it up to the elves, right? To just be like, delectable, oh boy. Morgane and Rhonda went strong with 4 each. Hoff started getting full at that point. Had to make a con save. But he powered through for 2 more pies. Leah was going steady with 3. Morgane pulls up at 5. Rhonda with 3. Hoff cannot power through the hunger on the next round. Round 4. Leah only eats 1 more pie. Morgane going strong with 4. Rhonda with 3. Morgane and Rhonda are neck and neck at this point. Hoff is still full in round 5. Leah starts doing pretty well, downing 4 more pies. Morgane with 4. Rhonda with 4. It's neck and neck. It could be anyone's game between these 2 gluttonous characters here. These 2 ladies who can put down some meat. Final round, Hoff finally powers through his fullness for 3 more pies, beating Leah by 1 in the end. 14 pies for Leah, 15 for Hoff. Rhonda gets 17 meat pies total in 1 minute, and Morgane gets 18. They both tied the drinking contest, but Morgane wins the meat pie eating contest, making Morgane the official ultimate consumer. This Dragonborn can consume. So Morgane is the ultimate eater and drinker. Oh, I have the hiccups? Oh, dang. So should I go? Rough, buddy. I feel you there. 6 pies in 10 seconds is some Kirby kind of shit, right, Crunch? That is true. That is nutty. If you mention Chio again, I'm gonna blow up. No. Maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, we're almost to the end, guys. Dimple Flutterfoot coming soon. How big were the meat pies? They're like little, almost like cupcake sized, little cupcake dishes, or maybe a little smaller even. They're kind of, they're not quite bite sized, but they're, you know, a couple bites each, just kind of, you know. But 15 is still a lot of like these little things. 15 is still a good number in a minute. Woo, boy. Let me swallowing those things like Kirby. So next event that they went through, Hoff goes to try to ring the bell, which is the, you know, hammer, boom, bing. He does not succeed, unfortunately. Morgane tries to ring the bell. She does succeed. She's the first one who does it, actually, because Rhonda failed earlier, I believe. Actually, she did, yeah. Morgane hits the bell. Rhonda goes to guess the pig weight, rolling medicine check, not nature, but medicine, because Rhonda has medicine, to try to ascertain the pig's health status and anatomy, muscle versus fat content, and puts in a guess for 500. Remember, Leah put in a guess for 512. Close guesses. We'll see what happens. Leah bags 5 truffles in the truffle hunt, comparing to Morgane's 13 so far. The truffle hunt is over. Morgane with 13 truffles loses to the victor, who found 19 truffles. Just some no-name found 19 truffles. Not Chio. Don't worry. Mary says, I love meat pot pies. Basically, it's what they were. Little meat pot pies. Like ground pork, a little bit of mashed potato with a crust, you know? It's almost like shepherd's pie, but with like a baked over top kind of thing. Really good sounding. Yummy, yummy. And the players were actually eating dinner like right after the pig out contest, so then they pigged out in real life. Rhonda goes back to try a second time at ring the bell, and she does finally get it. And Leah also rings the bell. That means everyone but Hoff managed to ring the bell. Yay. Oh, and by the way, Morgane for coming in second place at the truffle contest, or third. Third. For coming in third place, Morgane gets to keep her truffles. So she's got a little satchel of mushrooms with her, and she can fucking do something with. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, things start to get hype here. New video idea: cooking HOGFEST dishes. That's actually an amazing idea. The heart stopper, by the way. You guys remember the heart stopper? We came up with, or maybe it's called something else, but someone came up with the idea of a snack at HOGFEST, which is like a sausage on a skewer, stuffed in ham, wrapped in bacon, deep fried, dipped in gravy, covered in cheese. The heart stopper. They didn't get any of those. By the way, the non-alcoholic drinking contest was gravy, and Leah chose not to do that for obvious reasons. So things start to get a little exciting here. Morgane takes a shot at the obstacle course to dethrone Hoff's best time of 21 seconds. She does pretty good. Doesn't quite hit Hoff's time, she ties Leah with 24 seconds. Because Leah tried earlier. So, I might have skimmed over that, but she did. So, Hoff, number 1, 21 seconds on the obstacle course. Leah Morgaine tied at 24 seconds. Hoff then went to get body art of his own, get some lizard scales, and he used his lizard scale body art to try to blend into his surroundings like a bearded dragon. All right. So next was the Piggy puppet show, which I didn't have any real plans on doing like anything for, but the last second I decided fuck it. The puppet show performers are getting sick from too much eating and drinking, and they're looking for help with the performance. So the party got to help with the performance. Everyone but Rhonda did. Rhonda was off doing something else. And I regret to inform you that I don't have audio for this because the music was too loud and we were like obscured a little bit, and so you can't really hear it very well. Also, it's a little bit. It's a little much of the characters. They you know, they don't mind being recorded some, but like it's a lot of them talking, so I don't want to like show too much of the recording of them. But I will do my best to regale the puppet show performance they did. The characters are the Good King Hog, Princess Piggy, the Evil Dragon, and the Goodly Knight. Hoff played the Good King Hog. Me, an NPC performer, played Princess Piggy. Leah played the dragon, and Morgaine, not wanting to contribute to negative draconic stereotypes, opted to play the Good Knight. The Goodly Knight. Who can tell me this soundtrack that played when the puppet show started? The puppet show began, and it was like it was so goofy and like ad-libbed. I was like, "Father, I want to go to the forest," and then Hoff, as the King Hog, was like, "No, too bad. Okay, fine, you can go to the forest." And then she went to the forest, and it was like the dark evil one. She went to the spooky, scary dragon forest. Yeah, Chow, you're right, Fat Cats, you got it. And Stash Echo too, Chow Garden. Oh no, I am lost in the forest. And then I cued the dragon, which is Leah, and Leah player just goes, "Dragon! I mean, Pint!" And we all like died. "I'm gonna capture you." No! And then it was like, oh, but now, so back in the castle, and then Morgaine was like, "King Hog, I will rescue your daughter." And then King Hog was like, "You better do it quick, or I ain't giving you money. I ain't giving you money, fool." I'm like, "No, king, not pimp." He's like, "All right, bring back my daughter." And then they battled, and the Morgaine was like, "Look over there," and Dragon was like, "Where?" "Hey-ya! Thank you, good night, you saved me. Mwah! And then Morgaine was like, "Don't worry, I defeated the dragon. It was just a misunderstanding. Remember, kids, not all dragons are that bad." And then Piggy Princess was like, "You defeated the evil, horrible, ugly, slimy, nasty dragon." And Morgaine was like, "Hey." Just like, so. And then afterward, Morgaine was like, "Remember, kids, PSA. Dragons are not always bad. Sometimes they're just misunderstood." So it was funny, and then it was like the end. And the kids loved it, but the director hated it. It was great. It was good. It was good shit. What color was the dragon? Oh, I don't even know. It wasn't even given a color. It was just a dragon. But yeah, it was great. I would show you the audio, but again, it was like way too like muffled, and the music was too loud on the speaker and stuff. So we're almost to the end, guys. Getting close to the ending here, and our comedy performance. Don't miss it. Sure, Black Dragon. Yeah, we'll go with Black Dragon. Black Dragons are pretty cool. My favorite are Blue Dragons. Blue Dragons are badass. Blue Dragons are the shit. So, the pig weight guessing contest result is announced. The big pig weighs 528 pounds. Leah was only 16 pounds off, gang. And wins 5 gold pieces as a prize. Final side activities that the group tries to do. Rhonda takes on the obstacle course. Remember, Leah and Morgane got 24 seconds. Hoff got 21 seconds. Rhonda crushes the rock climbing wall. She scales the rock climbing wall in 1 second. She just literally vaults over it with a nat 20. Decent stone hopping. Does very well on the rope wall and destroys Hoff's record with 17 seconds. Rhonda, who would have fucking thought? Who would have fucking thought that the big, buff, full plate armor wearing, I guess not plate armor, breastplate wearing, paladin would have destroyed the obstacle course, but goddamn she did. Well done. The obstacle queen. Good shit. Morgane goes to beat up the pig pinata for 7 candies. I threw Cookie in there. Cookie's handing out his special candy. Chio, Chio does appear again. Chio gives him puppy dog eyes for extra candy. He's like, oh, all right, fine, I can't resist. And he gives Chio a few extra candies. And the party walks by and Cookie's just like, hey, you guys want some candy? Yeah, y'all are kids, right? You're kids. Yeah, kids get candy. You guys get candy. Queen shit. Hell yeah. Girl boss. Crunch says, chromatic dragons are most often evil. Yes. Precisely correct. Example A, the previous 5 chromatic dragons taking over a continent in my world. Nice. Dragons are awesome. Chromatic dragons are typically evil. That's why I like blue dragons a lot, because blue dragons are the most likely to sort of, barter. Diplomacy. They're very evil, but they're like, we can talk. I'll take over your whole country and give you maybe 1% royalties, maybe, if you let me take over. And they fight like, they fight by flying a mile in the air and just shooting lightning at you from a distance and not even giving a shit. They're awesome. Yes, Cray to Hate. Cray to Hate. That's good memory. Cray to Hate. You have a crazy memory. Just let me just say that you have a really strong memory. For one thing, it's a compliment. But yeah, you're calling back to what I said about nat 20s before. I don't like nat 20s where like DMs are like, you nat 20'd? I guess you know how to fly now. Like those nat 20 stories you see on Facebook. It's like, I tried to convince the king to hand over his country to me. Nat fucking 20. It's like, no, that's not how it fucking works. If it's impossible, it's impossible. Nat 20 doesn't fucking make it. Anyway, sorry. Makes me upset. Red dragons are badass. Hoff tries to go to do pin the tail on the hog, and he succeeds. Uses a perception check to kind of listen his way, kind of sense his way to the hog poster and pins the tail blindfolded. Does it? Good job. The child returns. Leah goes to tip the band. She throws in a few copper pieces to the band, and so does Morgane. And when Morgane, our Dragonborn, goes to tip the band beyond the veil, the dancing girls in the band notice Morgane, and they give her a kind of a funny look. They tilt their head and they kind of go. And Morgane's like, why are they staring at me? I'm like, well, you get stared at a lot because you're a Dragonborn, but this is different. They're giving you a very perplexed look. And so Morgane kind of dances up next to the dancing girls for the band. And the band is like, oh, we're so sorry. They're like half-elf hippie chicks, belly dancer girls dancing with the bards. And they're like, oh, sorry, we don't mean to stare. It's just that you remind us of someone. We thought you were someone else for a second. And Morgane was like, I remind you of someone else? Another Dragonborn? Who? And the dancing girls were like, oh, it's a Dragonborn that used to dance with us in our troupe. Her name is Shitak. If you see her out there sometime, let her know we miss her. She was kind of an odd one. She suddenly disappeared. We don't know where she is now, but she left our group. Kind of sad to see her go, but if you find her, let her know we miss her. And Morgane was like, okay. And I saw Morgane scribble down the name on her player sheet. So, side quest unlocked. Exactly, right? 5 cats, that's it. I got a net 20, so I can do whatever I want. So, yeah. So, Leah tries pinning the tail on the hog, and she gets a nat 20. So she just kind of was like, she gets the blindfold, spins around, and it's like, all right, go. And Leah's just like, do I go now? I'm like, yeah. And she just kind of like turns around, lifts up the blindfold, leaves. It's like the badass doesn't look at the explosions behind them, you know? Leah pins the tail on the hog and then turns around and says like, I did it. So that was cool. Chris the Absolute Belly Dancer, hell yeah. If I had a few White Claws in me, you'd probably get that for real. But not today. Ask me again when I'm drunk, guys. Yeah, exactly. Tiger Boy. Yeah, none of those. I got nat 20 so I can rule the world now. So. That's the end. Until, ladies and gentlemen, everyone who may be lurking, please cease the lurking, report in. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The moment you have all been waiting for. Moira goes up on stage. Things are winding down. She's like, we have a couple more acts for you today before HOGFEST comes winding down. It has been a great pleasure. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for making this HOGFEST one to remember. The turnout has been fantastic, and I love the results. I love the food, the games, everything. It's been such great energy. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, everyone. Woo, yay, she says. So before we wind things down, we have one final performance. Please welcome resident chimney sweeper and comedian Dimble Flutterfoot. I told the party, Morgane's player asked me, did you come prepared with jokes? And I said, did I come prepared with jokes? Or no, what she asked me? She said, did you prepare jokes ahead of time? And I said, did I prepare jokes ahead of time? No. My fans prepare jokes ahead of time. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Dimble Flutterfoot's performance. Creative Hay says, even though you have a rough day, she's still the kindest person. I love Moira. Moira's one of my favorite characters I've ever played, honestly. She's so jolly. Oh, I guess stream's over. Sorry about that. Anyway, I love playing Moira. She's so jolly and airheaded and bubbly. All right, guys. Here is Dimble performance. With jokes submitted by you fans. Enjoy. Awesome. So, yes, Moira McGowan. Thanks, everyone, for the wonderful turnout, the great fun that everyone has had this entire time in this year's HOGFEST. She said, I toiled and slaved away to make this performance, or to make this year's festival memorable. She's speaking into her magical microphone. It's amplifying across pretty much the entire district. And she says, and I hope that you all enjoy. Did you enjoy this year's HOGFEST?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Everyone cheers and claps, hoots and hollers. There's a lot of people still drinking and cheering in the crowd with their mugs. She says, like I said, we have one final performance tonight. A comedian by the name of Dimble Flutterfoot.
Woo!
Dimble Flutterfoot. She gestures. And Dimble comes out, and earlier he stole the beef jerky, you guys know, and Tim and Tom got their mitts on him, and he's got soot on him. He was maybe held over the smoker. He's got brown, crusty residue from waterboarding with gravy. He's not been injured, but he was put through some discomfort in
in penance for his crime, his great crime against Tim and Tom. So he goes on out on the stage and takes the mic. He said, he has a cue card. He's not good enough of a comedian to have all of his jokes memorized. I said, hey, how's the weather down there? Just kidding. Name's Dimple Flutterfoot. I'm a gnome. But nobody believes me when I say that I'm a dwarf with a stature problem. Ay. Speaking of dwarves, what did the stagecoach driver say to the dwarf? Must be this tall to ride. Oh no. Say, why did the dwarf cross the road? To get to the other mine. Ding dong.
Oh no.
You guys are giving your pity laughs. People are like, there are a couple of chuckles, but they're falling flat for the most part. He says, you know, I like all the races of the Elder Vale. A human, an elf, and a half-orc walk into a bar. The dwarf walks under it. But even though dwarves use pickaxes, I'm not gonna pick on them all night. So what do you call a 1,000-year-old person with pointy ears? Eh? A millennial. Zing! On that note, why do elves have pointy ears? Well, they've got to have some sort of point.
Oh.
Did you just say that? What? By the way, what has 6 legs, is 9 feet long, and can't fly? 3 dead halflings laid end to end. Who killed them? I don't know. Zing! What? Hey,
Quick little fun teaser preview. The players heckle, so we'll see some of that.
why did the dragon sleep during the day? To fight the night. Ding dong.
Boo.
So, what's a goblin who's got an injured leg called?
Tell us.
I will. A hoblin. What? Speaking of, what do you call a goblin with its left side chopped off?
Tell us.
Shut your mouth. I'm performing here. What? No, you don't remember that. What do you call a goblin with its left side chopped off? All right. Heyo.
A loblin.
He's getting flustered from the hecklers. Hey, say, what's better than a dead orc? 2 dead orcs. A zing. Speaking of orcs, what do you call an orc with 2 brain cells? Pregnant. Uh-oh. That one really didn't go over well.
Oh, I get it.
I don't get it.
Oh, that one was a little too touchy. PC culture is getting out of control. You know, PCs. Like player characters. Don't ask me what a player character is. Hey, how many times does it take for an archer to shoot at their target? Once. It's their job. Adoy. What do you call a magician that's good at cooking? A sorcerer. At this point, people are like mumbling, murmuring.
Oh no.
No tomatoes thrown yet, though. What did the wizard say to his friend? Wizard? I hardly know her. Oh no! Say, what's a cleric's favorite drink? Divinity. Ayo!
Oh,
Speaking
no.
of the holy folks, why do paladins wear chainmail?
Whoa.
Because it's holy armor. Get it? Chainmail.
Oh, I get it.
Holy, thank you.
Boo.
Ay. How many paladins does it take to change a lantern? 2.
Oh, I get it.
Holy, thank you.
Boo.
Ay. How many paladins does it take to change a lantern? 2. One to put in the new oil, and the other to uphold the light. Hallelujah.
Ha. Ha.
Say, how would you steal a female paladin's breastplate? With a booby trap. He winks at you, Rhonda.
I stand up and walk onto the stage.
Uh-oh.
Wait, and then what?
Who are you pointing at?
No one. Don't worry about it.
Then why did you wink at me?
Don't get so touchy.
Hey.
It's alright. It's just a joke. Funny joke. Funny joke. The guards get up on stage and just like, we know he sucks. Just go. Escort you off stage.
I stand like on front, right in front of the stage, like glaring at him.
You're tall, so the stage is here, and you're just like.
And I'm trying to find Moira, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
I know. This is your favor.
I know.
We're even.
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, where was I? Speaking of the classes, hey, you're like, I'm so sorry, Moira. And right at that moment, his next joke is, what do you call a druid's best friend? Nobody. They don't have friends. Oh no.
Glaring.
Yeah, Moira's like, I'm sorry. But hey, you ever heard of that guy that killed his best friend? I sure haven't. Wah wah. Alright, but hey, Nether and Daz, maybe he's not such a bad guy. You know, maybe he just wants to raise a family in peace.
Boo.
Get raise, you know? No way, what? What member of the undead weighs the most? A skeleton? Speaking of skeletons, what's a skeleton's favorite food? Spare ribs! Heyo! Well, not corny jokes for tonight, but I've got some porky ones. What do the pigs say to the other pig?
Oink.
Oh, okay, well, let's move on. Hey! Punchline was supposed to be, pigs don't talk, dummy. Booey, but okay, cool, anyway. But hey, we do like our pigs here in Hogwood. Our town exports the best.
Well, I want to see that part again. That was really funny.
Heyo! Well, not corny jokes for tonight, but I've got some porky ones. What do the pigs say to the other pig?
Oink.
Oh, okay, well, let's move on. Hey! Punchline was supposed to be, pigs don't talk, dummy. Booey, but okay, cool, anyway. But hey, we do like our pigs here in Hogwood. Our town exports the best pork and bacon and jerky. Even our mayor's a greasy pig. Hey-oh! Oh, wow! Man, I'm really hamming it up. How about a few more? At this point, people are starting to boo. All just like, boo, get off the stage. Boo, you stink. What's the best way to carve wood? Whittle by whittle. Wowie zowie. What do you call an ancestor's what do you call it? Your ancestor's flatulence. A blast from the past. A tomato hits him. What do you call it? A dog magician. Labracadabrador. Whoa. Hey, listen. At this point, people are storming the stage. The guards are intervening. And it's just being dragged off the cane. You know, the curved cane comes in. Oh, I got lucky today. A lady mistook me for her baby. Oh, why aren't you? Well.
Can I punch him?
Sure, he gets yanked off the stage. I thought I did pretty good. Just slug him. And he gets knocked out. His face in the dirt, covered in dry gravy and soot. And now a bit of blood. And Moira's like, I would charge you for assault. This is your favor. And that concludes the performance of Dimble Flutterfoot. There is no applause. No, people applaud the guards that drag him off stage.
Yes.
Yay! As tomatoes fly and splatter across the stage, and then stagehands sweep off the tomato chunks.
Good. Okay.
My favorite part was the ending. When it ended. Ding dong! Keep my paladin's name out your fucking mouth! Well done, Dimple Flutterfoot. And well done, you guys! Those are some zingers! Good shit. Good shit. The zooms, too. Yeah, I had to touch it up with a little bit of Chris the Absolute Legend editing magic to emphasize some of those moments. And I had Dimble's voice start cracking at the end because he was just, ugly laughs this session. That's the best kind you can get. I'm so glad you enjoyed. Even our mayor's a greasy pig. What? Did he just say that? Anyway, so that's that. After that, my notes end because I didn't have time to write more notes, but I remembered the ending of the session quite well. So, we have to things start to get serious. A cow and an iron lung. Jesus. I need to start saying that. That's a good one. So things started to wind down. Moira is like, thank you. Well, moving on, you know, like, we do have a final performance by the premier traveling bard troupe in the Elder Vale, Beyond the Veil. And Beyond the Veil comes up. It's kind of like a hair band vibe. The lead singer, of course, is a half elf with flowing blonde hair and very tight attire. And he's just like, hello, Hogwood. Hello, HOGFEST. We are Beyond the Veil. We're the premier traveling bard troupe here in the Elder Vale. And we're here to put on a killer finale for you today. Special thanks to the beautiful and wonderful Moira McAllen and the mayor, blah, blah, blah. And he says, so today's song that we're going to play for you here to end things up is a bit of a ditty. Elsewhere beyond the veil, outside in the outside world, there are seas, waters as far as the eye can reach. And there are vessels that sail these seas, large boats, like rowboats, but enormous, and they use the wind to sail around. They transport goods, people adventure, but also there are thieves on the seas, pirates. And this one is a bit of a sea shanty, a pirate ditty. And I hope you enjoy it. And he plays I'll play a tiny snippet of the song, but again, copyrighted to band, so I don't want to play too much. But their bard instruments are amplified by magic to be like electric guitars and shit. It's Flogging Molly, Salty Dog. Get your bollocks in a twist, settle down and take a fit. Anyway, so they played that, and there's a montage of everyone hooting and hollering. There's booze and food flying all over the place. The party characters are having a great time doing the hoedown. It was great. Little montage, and it's just like everyone in Hogwood is just thrilled, ecstatic, having a great time. And it's just, they danced the night away. It was a beautiful moment. And as that wound down, the mayor took the stage one more time, was like, I would like to wrap up HOGFEST and bring an end to this wonderful celebration by commemorating 4 newcomers to the town that a lot of you may know, a lot of you have seen them. The best consumer in all of Hogwood, Lizard. The winner of the rodeo Lacey. It starts calling out, you know, the jousting king, Humph. You know, it starts calling them out and all their little all their accolades that they've won. Mentions Susie, of course, as well, who's wearing a pretty good looking pair of boots there. That Susie, I wonder where she got them. And he's gonna like recognize these new heroes. This HOGFEST could not have been possible without these 4. So we'd like you to come up on stage and receive a little something on behalf of us as a thank you. And, well, sorry, but let me back up a little bit. I skipped over something. As mayor is giving, like, a history lesson on the town after the song is over. He talked about the history of Hogwood and stuff. Oh, 1 second. Kirsten's home. Just had to shout out her. She's making frozen pizza for dinner. I was yelling at my wife. Make me pizza, bitch. No. Yeah, I was talking to her. That's why I said 1 second. There's a song I want to play. It's from the back up. So Everard is giving some history lesson, and then Cecil, old swordmaster Cecil, Tanner Harsk's old mentor who helped the party find the glyphs, shows up, and is like, "Hey, how's it going?" And like, "Oh, hey, you made it," you know. And they're like, "Oh, wow, hey, he's here. What's going on? Have you been here the whole time?" And he's kind of like, "No, yeah, no, you know, been around, standing around." And they're like, "Oh, great. Well, how's HOGFEST been for you?" And he's just like, "Yeah, good." But he's not a very you know, outgoing guy. But he's like, "Yeah, hanging around. You guys have made a good name for yourselves." And so then Everard is like, "Oh, our 4 great people, blah blah blah, come up and receive a little trophy, a token of our appreciation, commemoration of your efforts." No, I'm not muted. Nice try, Five Cats. Nice try. I got a new mic that I can actually hear myself in, so I know that I'm not. Again, heavily copyrighted because it's an anime soundtrack. But I'm gonna go very quiet on it. Hopefully, I don't get blasted for it. Because no, I'm actually not gonna play it because this is the kind of copyright that'll actually get your shit removed. Because anime soundtracks are very heavily protected. So what I'm gonna do is look at this. I'm gonna put a link in chat. Click that and open it in another tab so you can listen to this song. It's Ape Titan from the Attack on Titan soundtrack. Very spooky song. Play that now. Suddenly, hopefully the music's going in the background. Suddenly, in an instant, as the 4 party members approach the stage to receive their token of appreciation, all of their stomachs drop. Immediately, they get a sinking feeling, and everyone in the crowd feels the same way. Everyone just reels. A cold sweat develops on everyone's brow. Sure enough, something goes wrong. Rhonda is like, "What's going on? What's going on?" You know, they all draw their weapons. And then from back down the street, this purple bright light shines. And it opens up into, for lack of better words, a portal. This flat, circular plane that 4 figures walk out of. First, before the figures walk out, a horde of crows shoots out of the portal and begins swirling overhead, watching the party from above, watching the townsfolk's every move. The crows settle on building tops and stare down at the party. The first figure exits the portal. A very tall, almost 7-foot tall figure with slender limbs, long pointed fingers, a very large mouth, and a headdress covering their mouth, their face from the nose up. Only their mouth can be seen. An ornate headdress made of black iron and obsidian, wearing ornate flowing robes, is the first figure to walk out, and they do like a Frieza pose, you know, walking out front. The second figure to exit is a hunched over bird-like figure with like a skull mask on its face and black eyes poking out of the eye sockets. It comes out a black bird-like figure hunched over. It's a Kenku, for like, you know, those who know what that is. And it seems to be directing the crows to land on the building tops. It comes out. The next figure is medium height, but floating, hovering like a foot off the ground is this figure. Its body is completely obscured by black cloak. A tall collar comes off from its cloak, and there's a floating stone sphere in the shape of an eye. In the center of the eye, the pupil is an amethyst gemstone suspended by copper wires that fill the inside of this stone eye sphere. And finally, the stone pavement rumbles as the 4th figure walks out behind the 3. This hulking monstrosity, it shambles and twitches like it's being animated by some unseen force. This huge bulking monstrosity, its skin is like burlap or leather, and it's being stitched together by stitches and staples and nails. Muscle and fluids leak out between the seams, and where its head should be is this glass tank containing a green fluid inside of which eyes and teeth float and look around. These 4 figures stand there, and of course Cecil, knowing that the party doesn't know who these people are, Cecil's freaking the fuck out. He's not an emotional guy, so it's very strange for him to be panicking. And he says, no, it can't be. It's impossible. Those 4, they're Netherin Daz's 4 elite generals. The mouth of Daz, the eye of Daz, the knife of Daz, and the iron fist of Daz. They don't have their real names revealed yet. Netherin Daz's 4 guardian elites, 4 elite generals emerge, and the one in front looks around and is like, a bit of a celebration we're having here, eh? Our master, Netherin Daz, bids thee greetings. Cecil is like, don't do anything. Get down, keep your weapons on you, don't move, don't draw any attention, don't do anything stupid. You are no match for them. And the mouth of Daz is just, well then, let's see. And then, like, that's where the session ends. Fade to black. That's the end. So, big bad minions of Daz blowing through. Cut to black. And that's where we left off. And the next session of Eldervale was supposed to happen tonight, but because I was working so hard to get this stream to happen, I didn't have a chance to plan the next session. So the next Eldervale session is probably going to happen this Friday evening. And things are going to get nasty. And that's the end of the HOGFEST session, guys. How'd y'all like it? Did y'all like HOGFEST? Was it worth the wait? I hope so. I hope you all enjoyed hearing about this fine session. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Cool. There we go. Sorry. All right. It was amazing. So good. What did you show them in terms of visuals for the generals? Great question. 5 Cats. Thanks for reminding me. I was going to do that. Appreciate that. So here are the pictures I showed them. I did not show them your Enforcer art, 5 Cats, because it's not ready yet. The old version, but I know that you wanted to sort of touch it up and redo it. So I just relied on the description for that one. I didn't really show anything else. Loki music! I like hearing Fade to Black. Oh, Logie, your timing is impeccable, my man. It's always A1. Go back and watch Dimble's performance, the comedian, with the fan-submitted jokes. You're gonna enjoy it. But for the other generals, I showed the following images. Let's go peek. Let's go peek-see. Actually, you know what? Let me jump over here. Pew! Shoot! Up! Don't look. I had a picture. That was maybe Moira. Oh, I guess I can show you that. It's just a picture of a random girl I found on like Pinterest or something. This is like. It's the resolution is horrible. Maybe Moira. Working model for Moira, except a little older. Anyway, the images I showed for the Daz's 4 generals. I showed them my observer eyeball, the head of the eye of Daz that I made on my phone. I didn't show your pixel art for the observer either, 5 Cats, because I didn't know if you wanted to redo that one as well. I showed them the mouth of Daz head bust from Joshua Jorcoat, otherwise known as Emerald Scythe. Fantastic art rendition of the mouth of Daz. I showed them that, and then I showed them the bird creature, the knife of Daz, whose name they also don't know, but we know as the Seeker. I showed them Where's that? Hold on. Here it is. I found this art on on Reddit, I think. It's a artistic rendition of the Heretic from Risk of Rain 2. That's the Knife of Daz or the Seeker art. That's what I showed them so far. The Cock of Daz. Cook. Nah. No. So that's what I showed. This is what I showed them. For now. But if we got artistic renditions coming up, we'll show them that soon. If they're done by Friday, we'll show them on Friday. If not, you know, next time they run into them. But what will happen next on Elder Vale? Well, you guys are just gonna have to keep on staying tuned to this exciting, awesome campaign. HOGFEST was a huge success. Like I said, the race I wasn't super proud of because it was very like long and slow and rocky to my standards, at least as a DM. But the players seemed to enjoy that. They enjoyed everything. Lots of organic, funny moments. The pageant was great. For those of you who missed it, go back and watch Kirsten's live video performance of her pageant performance with her pig, Doug. Also on video, and watch Dimble Flutterfoot's comedy routine as well. It was all great. All awesome. Yes, yeah, exactly, Crazy Hate. I owe it to Kirsten that she helped with the race mechanics as co-DM, because if that didn't happen, it would have been horrible, awful bad. Well, this stream was not as horribly long as I thought it would. I thought we were gonna go well over 3 hours. But we're creeping up on the 3-hour mark. 2 hours 42 minutes according to my timer. Not too bad. It was a big session, so I'm pretty happy with this. It went well. Yes, thanks, Logie. Yeah, it did go quite well. The Dimble Flutterfoot show was indeed hilarious. I'll pass on the compliments to Kirsten that she did great. Any quick questions you guys want to ask real quick about Elder Vale, or about DMing, or about how you want to contribute to Elder Vale? Bring them on if you have any little questions or hot DM tips you might want, any advice you're looking for. We will stream for a few more minutes here, but we are going to wind down in a minute because I got some pizza to eat in just a minute, boys and girls. The stare, yes. I had to zoom in on the stare. So the player's going to do a baby fight against that. Daz ain't here, Stout Shaco. Daz ain't here. It's the 4 generals here. So what exactly is going to happen? We're going to find out next time. I don't want to give you guys too many spoilers, but they're going to have some shit to deal with here with these 4 elite generals. Daz ain't here. It's just his 4 generals. Will Daz show up? Will they hear him or see him? We'll see. But they're gonna have a bit of a tussle, perhaps. We'll see how they play their cards. It all depends on how they play their cards, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But any other DM advice y'all are asking for, or questions, let me know. Wasn't sure if Daz was getting announced by his posse. Oh yeah, no. No, the posse showed up. The mouth of Daz appeared and says, "We are the 4." Whatever. Well, he's about to like introduce them a little bit, but Daz hasn't showed up yet. If he is gonna show up, we'll see. Medical meme pointing out a very key observation there. There is still one glyph out there. They didn't discover one. Yep, how far was the church? Not that far. Oh. So the how the players acted so far, what they've done will determine how things go, you know. 3 glyphs were destroyed, 1 remains, so we'll see how PO'd the instigator is, you know. I like the idea, says 5cat, of the Enforcer being a puppet. Maybe it's the final fight against the Enforcer, and then team up and fight together. Yeah, I'm making the Enforcer kind of seem kind of puppet-like. Not literally, obviously, but he's stuffed. He's a big bag of guts. So, you know, thematically kind of like a puppet. we might do a real sort of like make it legit for like the final fight against the Enforcer. Maybe we'll see. Oh, and yeah, the Instigator, the mouth guy. Yeah, he kind of is the only one that can sort of command the Enforcer. We're gonna see that real soon, sort of kind of a side detail because of his, you know, mental his instigatorness. So yeah, guys, winding down. Any last minute questions, clarifications, looking for advice, looking for tips from the boy? Otherwise, gonna wind down. I am excited for the next session. We're gonna see what happens. And after the next session, we gotta do campaign building streams because the next chapter is gonna start soon. What is the party gonna be up to after this attack on the town? Well, partially depends on how things go, but you know, where's the adventure gonna go from here? Is someone gonna show up to Hogwood and be like, all right, guys, listen, I know something happened. You know, we need your help. Something, or you know, we'll see what happens. How'd the players like the drawing, Amara? Oh, they freaking loved it, and actually said the eyeball I did. This was someone online. Oh, sorry, you don't see it. Well, I showed it earlier. The eyeball I did, the seeker or the bird guy, I found online, and then I said this one was drawn by a fan, and they were like, wow, like it blows them away how much you guys contribute to this campaign, and it blows me away too, to be fair. But I've told them several times, like, everything you're encountering, or I should say, like 90% of what you're encountering, the fans came up with. Like, I'm facilitating, but like the name of Hogwood, the fact that it's a pig town, the fact that there's a pig festival coming up, you know, some of the things that they do to help with Hogwood, the pigs escaping, the snorting thicket, the boar king, the Tanner Harsk, the previous hero, his mentor, you know, like the mayor, Priscilla, all the pigs they encountered in all the contests, all the major NPCs, it's all you guys. I'm just running the show. Y'all are the ones who wrote this shit. So like the players are continuously like baffled that like this is all you guys. And of course, you know, I'm helping facilitate the creative process, you know, naturally. But like it's thanks to you guys. So thank you all for helping and contributing so much. It's such a fun experience being able to take contributions from chat and having you guys help me come up with this shit. It's awesome. And the players, I think, are loving the campaign so far. Oh, can the other two talk? Medical Meme asks the Secret Observer. I don't know. The Observer. We'll see. When you said big bag of guts, it made me think of, what is a man? A miserable pile of secrets. Secrets? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves. I love it. World building stream when? Soon. I'm going to do the next Eldervale session will be this next Friday evening. I will hopefully have another campaign diary a week from today covering that session. And depending on how far through that session they get, we might do a campaign building stream 2 Mondays from now, or maybe like next Friday or something. So like week and a half, 2 weeks for a campaign building stream, ideally. Hopefully that's what I would like. No guarantees, but I'll keep y'all posted. You're the glue, says Loki, that keeps these eclectic suggestions together. Oh, hey. I am a legend after all. No, I'm saying. Have you seen the version where he flips the water ball? No. Look, I can fucking recite that entire cutscene. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world. Like, don't fucking test me, bro. One of my favorite videos on YouTube is a big dub of that whole game from Kajeto-kun, Dracula's Day Off or something they call it. I can't remember, but yeah, I believe after that. Yeah, you better. Hold on. Oh, fuck. It is not by my hands that I am once again given flesh. I was brought here by humans who wish to pay me tribute. Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves. What is a man? Psh, a miserable pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love that game. I want to play that game on stream. Game's so fun. It's such a good game. I love it. All right, guys. That'll be it for today. Finally, the end of our beautiful session for today. I hope you all enjoyed. I love each and every one of you, and I thank you so much for watching. This is Chris the Absolute DM, and this is Elder Vale. We'll talk to you next time. Like I said, next Friday, or sorry, this coming Friday, should be the next Elder Vale session. Next campaign diary should be next Monday at about this time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, is when I usually try to do these. Campaign building stream after that. We have to handle the next chapter, and we'll probably also talk about NPCs and stuff. It's gonna go back to chaotic idea diarrhea from chat. It's gonna be nutty. Also, Medical Beam has sent the new character. Hell yeah. I look forward to reading it. Cornelius Kirkleton. Oh no. Don't forget the fancy intro. That's right, fancy intro. Guys, stick around for the new fancy intro that I made. Have a good one, Medical Meme. You too. Goodbye, goodbye. See you later. Bye, Status Echo. Bye. Bye. No bamboozles, no misleadings. I'll see y'all later. Thanks again for watching. Love y'all. Make sure you like the stream. And watch Chris the Absolute Legend Gaming stream tomorrow, early stream, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Playing Fallout New Vegas, I think, for an early stream. Changing things up. Anyways, enough out of me. Bye-bye. Thank you again for watching.